Pokémon, I found Vulcan Moth at the start. Chapter 1. Frightened. Hoo. The breeze slipped into the house, bringing the laughter of the leaves outside the window. The curtains danced in the breeze. The naughty sunshine sneaked into the house, bringing a touch of warmth. A ball of catkins, like a drunkard, swayed and fell on the nose of the sleeping boy. The boy twitched his nose a few times, rubbed it subconsciously, turned over, stretched gently, raised his hands above his head, and leaned his body back slightly. Yawn. He opened his eyes slightly, and what he saw was a pair of red eyes carved into the ceiling. Ah, I'm still in a dream. It's time to wake up. He closed his eyes first, then opened them again, and still saw a pair of red eyes, but this time they were closer. Those red eyes were fixed on the man's handsome and tender face. Oh shit! Ah! Oh shit! Hee. Hey! Hey! The boy kicked his legs wildly in an instant, and moved his hands frantically on the bed, finally leaning against the wall, breathing rapidly, his heart beating faster. On the other hand, the big purple fat guy was frightened by the boy's scream and flew to the wall. He held the wall with one of his little paws and pressed his heart with the other, looking at the boy opposite in horror. Both parties just stared at each other with fear in their eyes until the bedroom door was opened by a woman. What are you two doing? Are you not celebrating? Why are you yelling so early in the morning? The boy slowly turned his head to look at the woman, and it was not difficult to see that there was a big question mark on his face. What are you looking at? Your name isn't even on the property deed yet. Are you so surprised that I'm back? Hurry up and clean up, the food will be ready soon. Gengui, come and get me the dishes and chopsticks. After saying that, the woman walked to the kitchen, followed by Jengar. She turned back and stuck out her tongue at the boy, then closed the door. The boy came to his senses and slowly lay down. That was Jengar just now, right? He wasn't seeing things, it was really Jengar. The boy raised his hand and fanned himself gently. It's okay, not too painful. What's the situation? He crossed. That was Jengar just now, which means this is the Pokémon world. The Pokémon world he's always dreaming of? But there was a string of data next to Gengui just now? He must have seen it right. This time travel was too sudden. I was almost scared to death. I almost became the lowest among time travelers. Then the boy got out of bed, stood up, and walked to the mirror. What came into view was a handsome, immature, and slightly cold face, with distinct and three-dimensional features, as if it was carved. There was a heroic spirit between his eyebrows, and his eyebrows were slightly raised, with a bit of unruly and rebelliousness. His nose was high, his lips were clearly defined, and his skin was a healthy wheat color. A high school student? He finally graduated from college in his previous life, but now he has to go back to high school to take the college entrance examination again? Thank you, because of you, the 4 seasons are warm. As the boy was observing himself carefully, a woman's voice was heard outside the door. Zhang Yu, come out for dinner. Zhang Yu, Zhang Yu. There was a loud bang, and an unknown table took the heavy blow that it shouldn't have had to bear. The boy hurriedly said, Here it comes. Then he opened the door and walked into the kitchen. He sat down on the chair blankly, looked at the woman opposite him, and slowly picked up the bowl and chopsticks. You will be a senior next semester. How have you considered the matter of the initial Pokémons? Don't worry, I'm reading my memoirs. It turned out that the woman in front of him was Zhang Yu's mother, named Xiaoshihua. She was a well-known doctor in the field of Pokémon evolution in China. She had published papers on topics such as how Eevee evolves into Sylveon and how Chansey evolves into El Happiny. As for the initial Pokémon, in this world, when students are promoted from their sophomore to their senior year of high school, they need to determine their initial Pokémon. Usually, the Pokémon Association prepares a batch of Pokémons, and students can go to the Pokémon breeding center to pick them up for free. Some are already hatched, and some are Pokémon eggs. As for why eggs are needed, it's because there is no shortage of gamblers everywhere. There are very few like the starter 3. After all, the starter 3 are good looking, have good personalities, high racial values, and good characteristics. Most importantly, they can be trained from the beginning until the trainer dies. For example, Stoddle. The description of Stoddle in the illustrated book is it is said that it has a lifespan of 10,000 years. Its fluffy tail is a symbol of longevity and it is deeply loved by people. It is truly a case of one turtle being passed down through 3 generations, and the turtle lives on even after the person is gone. I remember the day after tomorrow is the day to receive the Pokémons. Mom, I want to go to the training center first. As a new time traveler, Zhang Yu planned to get to know this world first. That's fine. If you don't find one you like, don't worry. I'll take you to another place to choose an Pokémon. Good. Zhang Yu's eyes lit up. It seemed that his family background in this life was good, and it was a good start. Hey hey! Hearing Jengar's laughter, Zhang Yu turned to look at Jengar, and found that there was indeed data around Jengar, showing that the system was indeed a necessary cheat code for time travelers. Pokémon, Gengui. Attributes, Ghost Poison. Gender female. Characteristics, Cursed Body. Qualification, Gym. Level, 46, Professional Level. Moves, Same Fate, Poison, Substitute, Hold, Hypnosis, Dream Eater, Black Eyes, Scattering, Shadow Fist, Flame Fist, Ice Fist, Lightning Fist. What's wrong with this Jengar? He was quite normal in the beginning, but why are all his moves physical in the later part? He clearly has 130 special attack, but he insisted on going for 65 physical attack. He created a stand with the same fate and then fought in close combat. Hitting me is the same as hitting himself, right? Mom, what's going on with this Jengar? I remember you didn't have this Pokémon. According to the memoirs Zhang Yu had just flipped through, he didn't remember Xiaohua having a Jengar. He asked with a little curiosity. He was not greedy for this big purple fat guy. Xiaohua responded while eating, this one, because of an unknown energy that appeared somewhere before, a trainer and his Jengar experienced some changes. The Pokémon Association wanted me to study the cause of the problem, so they sent me a Ghastly. This kid is more to my taste, so I accepted it. Energy? What energy? I'm not sure. We only collected some stones and fragments at the scene. After research, we found that there is some energy inside that can be used to strengthen Jengar. What kind of stone is that? A stone that strengthens Jengar? I seem to remember only. Xiaohua took out her cell phone and showed Zhang Yu the picture of the stone. Zhang Yu's eyes suddenly became surprised and his pupils dilated in an instant, but Xiaohua was busy eating and did not notice the change in her son. Isn't this a super evolution stone? It seems that this world has not discovered such a special evolution method as Mega Evolution. I wonder if Gigantamax and Mega Crystallization have been discovered. It looks pretty good. Can you give me two? Zhang Yu drooled as he looked at the super evolution stone. I think it looks good too, but the strengthening effect is not obvious. It can be said to be very little. Xiaohua rolled her eyes at Zhang Yu and let him experience it for himself. Are there many stones like this? Zhang Yu suppressed his excitement. Not many, I have 3 here. So there are other places? Mine, all mine. Hearing this, Zhang Yu's heart couldn't help but get excited. He started with 3 super evolution stones, who else? Then he asked cautiously, does the Alliance take it seriously? After discovering that it had a very slight effect on Pokémon, we didn't take it very seriously, Xiaohua added after thinking for a moment. Not even as big as the effect of tree berries on Pokémon. Zhang Yu couldn't help but give a thumbs up to the Alliance in his heart. If you want, you have to wait for a while for me to report these materials. As if seeing what Zhang Yu was thinking, Xiaohua thought for a while and said. Okay, I don't know why, but I've been very interested in these stones recently. Zhang Yu suddenly found that he had the same hobby as Daigo. Why are you playing with stones at such a young age? Can you please let your mother worry less? Xiaohua said helplessly when she saw Zhang Yu so excited. Think carefully about which Pokémon to choose as your starting Pokémon. Chapter 2. After finishing his meal, Zhang Yu returned to his room and called out to the system in his heart, and then the system appeared in his mind. The functions that can be seen at a glance are on the far left, namely, identification, task, achievement, cultivation, store, and backpack. There was a gift package pattern flashing on the system interface. Open the gift bag. System, the host is not eligible to open the gift package at the moment. Please open the gift package after obtaining the first Pokémon. You need to get the first Pokémon to open it. It seems a bit like the first time gift package for new players in the previous mobile game. The 6 Yuan gift pack is a must-have for hardcore players. Zhang Di, will definitely take this gift package. Let's take a look at the system functions again. Well, let's take a look at the achievements first. There is nothing after entering. System, why is there nothing in the achievements? The achievement task is not displayed, and the host can only figure it out by himself. After completing the achievement, the host's achievement will be displayed. Zhang Yu touched his chin and wondered if he could figure it out himself. Since there is a big gift package, is it possible that this achievement is similar to the achievement of the previous life Pokémon mobile game? I still remember that in the previous mobile game, Zhang Yu defeated 1,000 identical Pokémons in one place in order to level up and achieved the Blood Feud achievement. The reward is that in places where you can encounter this Pokémon, you will never encounter other Pokémons, which prevented him from completing the achievement of collecting all the Pokémons. It seems that I need to find some time to try it, but the achievement should be time-consuming or difficult to achieve. Well, I'll talk about it later. Next, let's take a look at other functions. First, let's look at the tasks, and there are none. System, tell me about the mission function. The task function is randomly issued to the host by the system. The host cannot take the initiative to receive the task. The task reward will be increased or decreased depending on the completion degree. Okay, it seems that I need to obtain the first Pokémon before I can access it. Task distribution, the journey begins. Description, in the Pokémon world, people's lives are closely related to Pokémons. Please find an Pokémon as your initial partner. Reward, store discount coupon. Judging criteria, Pokémon quality. That is to say, the basic reward will be increased or decreased depending on the store discount coupons and the quality of the evaluation criteria. Does the quality of an Pokémon refer to the level of talent? The quality of an Pokémon includes more than just qualifications. I hope the host can experience it for himself. Wow, this system is a bit like artificial intelligence. Well, it seems that quality includes many things. The identification will only take effect when the Pokémon is seen, and the backpack will be empty. Cultivation requires putting tree fruits in, and then energy blocks will be generated in the backpack. Next is the store, which is also the part that Zhang Yu is most interested in. It would be best to have a Mega Evolution Stone, AZ Bracelet, AZ Pure Crystal, feathers of the 3 sacred birds, a fragment of Groudon's armor, and a dozen feathers of Ho-Oh-Lugia. Zhang Yu opened the store with great anticipation. The store was filled with the item that all Pokémon players most wanted to get at the beginning of the game, Pokeballs. Okay, that's how it is, system. Where's your style? After closing the shop in disgust, Zhang Yu lay on the bed, thinking about which one to choose as the starting Pokémon. When I think of the 3 fire-type families, an unforgettable figure emerges in my mind: the first blazing, roaring, tiger of the universe. A rich skill pool, good physique, and excellent physical attack. Relying on intimidation, he will appear and scare you so much that your hands and legs will tremble, and then he will surprise you with a high five, and slap you in the face to daze you. When you come to your senses, he will directly say something harsh to you: "What are you looking at? If you dare to talk more, I will come back and slap you." After saying this, he will scare the opponent again, and when the opponent wants to fight, we will withdraw a fiery roaring tiger. Fire Chicken, one of the 3 starter fire chickens, is also very good. Its final evolved form is Blaziken. If the characteristic is acceleration, it is simply awesome. Anyone who has used it knows it. Moreover, after the Mega Evolution of Flame Chicken, its physical attack reaches 160, and its special attack is 130. The sword dance speeds up the chicken, and it can kill any kid with one kick. And its slender figure and handsome appearance are really amazing. Aqualad is also very good. It is one of the 3 starter water-type Pokémons. Its final evolution, Swampert, has an excellent combination of water and ground attributes. There is only one 4 times weak grass, with a wide attack range and good attribute distribution, and it can be used as a meat shield. Moreover, the characteristics of the Mega Evolution become free and easy, with double speed in rainy days, physical attack greatly increased to 150, and double defense also 110, turning into a physical attacker in rainy days, able to resist and fight, and from the appearance you can see a sense of beauty of strength. Among the 3 grass-type starters, Snake is pretty good. It eventually evolves into Serpentine, and its counter characteristic is also great. The most important thing is that it is beautiful, arrogant, and has temperament. It's not for anything else, but mainly because I've never used such a cool and long Pokémon. No, there are too many that I like and I can't choose. Chapter 3. When the day came to go to the training center to pick up the Pokémon, Zhang Yu was so excited that he couldn't sleep in the middle of the night and got up early. As an Pokémon lover, I believe there is no one who does not hope to have an Pokémon that truly belongs to him or her. With an excitement even greater than that of the college entrance examination, Zhang Yu finally stepped out of the house. After a while, we arrived at the training center. The first thing that caught our eyes was not the training center, but the sea of people. Every young face was filled with excitement and anticipation. Zhang Yu arrived at the gathering point of Zikan No. 1 Senior High School and saw the locations of several close friends at a glance. Zhang Yu, this. Wen Hao shouted while waving his hands. Qian, have you decided which Pokémon to choose? Wen Hao asked. I should choose a grass-type Pokémon. After all, most grass-type Pokémon are gentle, and it is also the attribute that the Pokémon Association mainly promotes. There should be more options to choose from. So Kyunkin's parents are intermediate breeders, and there are more auxiliary Pokémons in the family. Judging from her choice, she should inherit her parents' skills. What about you, Wen Hao? Zhang Yu asked curiously. I will definitely choose the fighting department. A real man should punch hard. Wen Hao raised his arm to reveal his super strong biceps. His burning fighting spirit could be felt from 2 meters away. Wen Hao is 1.85 meters tall, which is quite high for a high school student. With his masculine looks and charming abdominal muscles, he has become the object of competition among thousands of girls in the school. In addition, Wen Hao's father is the owner of the fighting gym in Zikan, so it is not difficult to understand why he chose the fighting department. What do you say, Zhang Yu? Do you want to choose the fighting department and have a fencing match between men? Fighting type? That's possible, but I still need to take a look before I'm sure. Zhang Yu thought about it and answered Wen Hao's question, but Zhang Yu really hadn't thought it through yet, because of the existence of the system and the mission. Unless he particularly liked the Pokémon or for other reasons, he would definitely maximize the benefits and give priority to the Pokémon with the best qualifications, so he had to go in and take a look. The three of them were chatting, and before they knew it, it was time for the students from Zikan No. 1 Middle School to go in. The hall of the Pokémon Training Center is very large, about the size of 2 playgrounds, with numerous machines. On the left are students lined up. After the teachers bring the students in, they communicate with the staff, and then they enter in turn according to their classes. Zhang Yu's class entered first, and then a lady who looked kind but dignified walked up to the students and said, "Let me repeat the collection process again. First of all, each student can only choose one Pokémon. If you don't know what to choose, please ask the teacher. Secondly, there is a time limit for selection. If you don't make a choice within the specified time, the computer will randomly choose for you. The last point, and the most important one, is that since you have chosen the Pokémon, the bond between you has been established. Any behavior that abuses or abandons the Pokémon is prohibited. That's all the precautions. Do you have any questions?" "No." The students answered impatiently. "Okay, then please swipe your student card to enter in order." Diddy. After finishing the brush, Ka Wenhao couldn't wait to walk into the fighting department room, and Su Qian said to Zhang Yu, "I'm going to see the grass-type Pokémon first, see you later." "It is good." Zhang Yu did not hesitate and walked quickly to the fire room. Why not go to the dragon room? Because even in such a developed society, dragon Pokémons are hard to come by, especially since most dragon Pokémons are difficult to tame and advocate the use of force, so the Pokémon Association did not prepare dragon Pokémons for students. Pushing open the door, Zhang Yu frowned at the hot air that hit his face. Then he walked into the room, and the information of an Pokémon emerged in his mind. Pokémon, Fire Camel X3. Attribute, Fire. Gender female. Features, My Own Way. Qualification, Profession. Level, 5. Moves. Suddenly, 2 fighting Pokémons appeared in Zhang Yu's sight. Pokémon, Explosive Monkey X3. Attribute, Fire. Gender, Male. Features, Fire. Qualification, Profession. Level, 5. Moves, Grab, Scream, Spark, Bite. Pokémon, Little Fire Monkey X2. Attribute, Fire. Gender female. Features, Fire. Qualification, Elite. Level, 5. Moves: Grab, Stare, Flame Fist, Lightning Fist. Many of these Pokémon's moves are beyond the reach of this level, so it seems their parents are also quite capable. Although they are all excellent Fire-type Pokémon, Zhang Yu felt a little regretful that he didn't have Senecal and Litten. After a quick glance, hey, this Pokémon. Pokémon, Fire Crocodile X1. Attribute, Fire. Gender, Male. Features, Fire. Qualification, Elite. Level, 5. Moves. I didn't expect that there would be a Fire Crocodile here, but it was not within Zhang Yu's consideration. Zhang Yu did not stay in the fire room for too long and then walked into the water room. Pokémon, Mosquito Repellent Tadpole X2. Attribute, Water. Gender, Male. Features, Free and Easy. Qualification, Elite. Level, 5. Moves. Pokémon, Small Saw Crocodile X3. Attribute, Water. Gender, Male. Features, Rip Current. Qualification, Profession. Level, 5. Moves, Impact, Tail Wagging, Water Gun, Crazy. Pokémon, Lotus Leaf Boy X3. Attribute, Water. Gender, Male. Features, Rain Pan. Qualification, Elite. Level, 5. Moves, Scream, Scare. There are surprisingly many of the big three this year. Zhang Yu moved quickly while thinking. Afterwards, Zhang Yu went to the grass, rock and ground type rooms, but did not find the Pokémon he liked. Instead, Charmander and Creature Leaf were very suitable for Wenhao and Su Qianqian. He would tell them the information when he met them. Next up is Steel Attribute, Flying. I didn't see Bug Attribute. Zhang Yu quickly came to the insect room and took a quick look. He didn't find the Pokémon he liked, but Zhang Yu was not disappointed. The insect type is inherently weak, and is restrained by popular attributes such as flying, fire, and rock. Although it grows fast, its lifespan is very short, so the insect type is not even within Zhang Yu's consideration. Of course, except for those insect-type Pokémon. Just as Zhang Yu was about to leave, the hazelnut ball suddenly jumped back onto the tree, revealing something hidden behind it. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Zhang Yu's movement to leave came to an abrupt stop. He stared at the egg motionlessly. The expression on his face froze. He was speechless for a moment, obviously shocked by what he saw. How could this egg appear here? This is a spirit that is even rarer than a quasi-god, the legendary Sunday. Chapter 4. The information about the egg appeared in Zhang Yu's mind. Spirit, Burning Bug. Attribute, Insect Fire. Gender Female. Features, Flame Body. Qualification, Champion, Unstable. Status, Near Death. Level, None. Moves, Spark, Silk, Morning Light, Rough Rage, Insect Resistance, Mind Hammer, Insect Chirping, Butterfly Dance, Fire Dance, Wind, Heat Wind, Angry Powder. Description: this is an egg that is about to reach the end of its life. There are two forces beyond the specification and one original force in its body. These two forces collide in its weak body, and the original force that supports its survival is like a candle in the wind. The evolved form of the burning bug, Vulcan Moth, is a bug-type Pokémon card. Legend has it that it was born from a cocoon burning with flames and will save people and Pokémon suffering from the cold. The Vulcan Moth is a large moth with blue eyes and a pair of red antennae wrapped around its cheeks. It has a full body, a circle of white fluff around its upper body, and 4 small legs. Its abdomen is black in the middle and light blue on the outside. It has 3 pairs of orange-red wings on its back, and black spots on the wings and the outside of its abdomen. The combination of fire and insect attributes brings very excellent resistance to insects, fighting, steel, grass, ice, and fairies. It is only 2 times weaker than flying and water, and 4 times weaker than rock. At the same time, Vulcan Moth's racial value distribution is extremely reasonable. With a fast speed, extremely high special attack, excellent special defense and a high amount of health, he is destined to be an extremely good special attacker. When Zhang Yu saw the qualifications column, he couldn't help but gasp. Champion. You should know that qualifications are divided into ordinary, elite, professional, gem, king, champion, master, and divine beast. The mythical beasts are divided into first-level gods and second-level gods. The second level god is okay, and it can be seen very rarely. Except for the shining toucan in Shenzhou, the other known first level gods have not appeared for thousands of years, and even the records of some mythical beasts have disappeared in the long river of history. The strongest person in human society is the champion, and there are only a handful of master trainers in human history. Pokémon with champion qualities are almost at the pinnacle of trainers. Wait, what's up with the inherited moves of this egg? Outrageous, outrageous, too outrageous. Even the final evolved form of the incendiary bug, the Vulcan Moth, may not be able to learn many of the moves. Could this be a Vulcan Moth that has traveled through time and space and been reborn like him? However, although these moves look gorgeous, many of them cannot be used by the burning bugs. There are too many advanced moves, and some of them require the assistance of wings. To be honest, Zhang Yu was moved. Volcano was one of Zhang Yu's favorite Pokémon in his previous life, and it was also one of Zhang Yu's 6 partners when he first came into contact with Pokémon. Moreover, its qualification was too high. But the whole egg is full of weirdness. Status, near death? Seeing this, Zhang Yu couldn't help but hesitate again. This egg couldn't be here for no reason. The most likely possibility was that the egg was placed here by the breeding center because the breeding center had no ability to revive the egg. If the training center couldn't save him, how could a high school student like him be saved? By the system? Even if he could rely on the system, this kind of talent and this kind of rare Pokémon were definitely not something he could save as he was penniless. Moreover, the evolution cycle of the incinerator is particularly long, and it needs to reach level 59 to evolve into the Vulcan Moth. This is equivalent to giving your Ralts an unchanged stone, and only when it reaches level 59, which is when it is halfway into the elite level, will it evolve into the most popular wifeman among netizens. Can the one evolved at level 59 still be called wifeman? It should be more appropriate to call it Granimon. Choosing this egg means cultivating a Pokémon in its initial form to the elite level. This may be the reason why Vulcan Moth is rare and powerful. They have endured too much. To choose or not to choose. Every option seemed to hide unknown traps, making him hesitant. Zhang Yu stared at the egg, as if he could feel the unwillingness of the newborn in the egg, its cries and its desire for life. Save. Help. Zhang Yu suddenly opened his eyes wide and looked at the egg in shock. This is... Help me. At this moment, Zhang Yu finally felt something different from his previous life. This was not a string of cold data, but a real, unique life, a great miracle. Wait for me, I will definitely save you. Then he rushed out of the room without looking back. When Zhang Yu ran out of the room, a great being cast his eyes on the egg. Soon Zhang Yu came here with his staff. You put this egg here, right? Zhang Yu asked. Yes, this egg is the egg of the super rare Pokémon Burning Bug, but there are some problems, so we put it here, waiting for a lucky trainer to claim it. I want this egg. Zhang Yu interrupted the staff member before he could finish speaking. The staff never expected that Zhang Yu would choose the problematic egg so decisively. They looked at Zhang Yu with a caring look and said quickly, okay, but we need to register. After registration, we will give you an incubator for free. After registering, Zhang Yu took the eggs to get the incubator. Upon hearing the news, the class teacher hurried over and asked, Zhang Yu, are you sure you want to choose this problematic egg? You'd better think about it carefully. You have to know how much impact a problem with the initial Pokémon will have on your future. I'm sure I'll be with this kid the rest of the way. I don't know if it was an illusion, but the head teacher felt that the egg shook a little. Oh, it's over. The admission rate to key universities has dropped again. The head teacher thought. Ignoring the surprised, astonished, and amused looks from others, Zhang Yu ran out of the Pokémon breeding center holding the incubator. I'm afraid this person is a fool. Ha ha ha, I thought I was the protagonist. Tisk tisk tisk. How can you mock a caring classmate like this? He just thinks the problem is as simple as playing house, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. You know how to comfort people. Ha 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 ha, I'm dying of laughter. When Xiaohua heard the door open, he said without turning his head, You're back so soon. Zhang Yu threw down his shoes and hurriedly said, Mom, Mom, hurry up, help, save this child. Xiaohua turned around and saw the egg in Zhang Yu's hand, and a big question mark slowly appeared in her mind. Then Xiaohua frowned and looked at the egg in his hand. This egg. Xiaohua hesitated and looked at Zhang Yu again. This is the Pokémon I chose, but the egg is in a very dangerous state now. Mom, please see if you can save it. Zhang Yu said anxiously. It's more than just dangerous. After it hatches, I guess. Xia Shuhua said uncertainly. Are you sure you want to save this child? Xia Shuhua looked at his son and asked seriously. I am sure. Even if you lose the chance for me to provide you with Pokémons. I am sure. This child was once the sun, but now he has never seen the light. It is too cruel for him. Hearing this, Xia Shuhua looked at Zhang Yu in a daze, and suddenly smiled and said, My son has grown up. Let's go to the capital. Beijing? Isn't your research institute in the Magic City? I have a friend who is a PhD in Pokémon life science. If she can't solve it, then no one in the country can solve it. Chapter 5. The capital city is the center of the alliance, and flying Pokémons are usually prohibited from entering. The tropical dragon that Zhang Yu and his mother were riding in could only fly to a landing point near the capital, find a receptionist, and then get on a car to the research institute. 2 hours later, at the entrance of the institute, stood a woman who caught everyone's eye. She was wearing blue jeans, a white shirt and a white coat, with hair that just reached her neck. She looked both feminine and neat, which complemented her temperament. This woman is Xia Shuhua's friend Fang Yu, who graduated from Jingcheng University. The two met in college. At that time, Fang Yu went to Shanghai University as an exchange student, and Xia Shuhua was one of the top students at Shanghai University. It was inevitable that the two top students would come into contact with each other, and then they established a deep relationship. They have always kept in touch both academically and in life. Xia Shuhua got out of the car and immediately hugged the woman. Long time no see, Fang Yu. Long time no see, this is your son, right? I haven't seen him for more than 10 years and he has grown into a handsome young man, haha. Hello, Aunt Fang. Zhang Yu said, scratching his head. Let's go in first. In a laboratory, the Pokémon egg is placed in a cylindrical container and scanned by a beam of light every 10 seconds. The three of them sat in front of the screen, watching the data being refreshed one after another. The situation is not optimistic. There are 3 energies in this child's body. One is fire energy, and the other is super energy. These 2 energies do not belong to him, and they do not actively destroy the child's body. It's just that these 2 energies are too huge and the purity is amazing. But the strange thing is that these 2 energies can achieve such a perfect balance, just like Fang Yu said, looking at the screen. It's like these 2 energies are one, Xia Shuhua suddenly said. Yes, that's right, but the child is too weak and can't bear it, which leads to this situation. Fang Yu clapped her hands. This child can survive entirely because of this third energy, which belongs to his original energy and should be the energy of his relatives. This energy continuously converts the fire and insect energies into vitality, which enables the child to grow in the egg and has the foundation to accommodate the 2 energies. However, no Pokémon in its larval stage can withstand those 2 energies. His original energy has long been exhausted in the process of shaping him and resisting the 2 energies. Xia Shuhua continued. Fortunately, his original energy did not rashly help one of the other 2 energies, otherwise we would not be able to see this egg at all. To be honest, I have never seen such perfect superpower and fire energy. Even his original energy is stronger than I can imagine. Fang Yu said with a headache but excitedly. Fang Yu then continued, this source of energy should be enough to support him until he hatches, but it's still the same problem. His body is too weak to withstand the other 2 energies. So there are 2 ways to solve this problem. The first method is to find his original power and then infuse it into the child's body until he grows up to be able to withstand these 2 energies. However, the feasibility of this method is almost 0. If nothing unexpected happens, the spirit that gave him the original energy should have converted all of his life energy into it, which means, the child has no relatives. And the original energy must be extremely powerful. At least as far as I know, there should be no such powerful Vulcan Moth in the world. Another way is to extract the 2 energies. Fang Yu said the last method. No, absolutely not. If the energy is extracted, the child will. Xia Shuhua refused directly. Yes, these 2 energies have already merged with it and filled every cell. The 3 of them discussed it one after another, and finally decided to put the Pokémon egg into the highest grade nutrient solution in the research institute first, and see if the situation will improve tomorrow. In this way, Zhang Yu returned to the room prepared by Aunt Fang and slowly lay down on the bed. Zhang Yu did not give up. He handed over the system and looked at the description of the Pokémon egg. One paragraph caught his attention. 2 forces beyond specifications. Supernormal power? It's hard not to think of the existence of those mythical beasts. The power of their authority should be supernormal, right? If it really is the power of a mythical beast, then the power of this flame is easy to determine. There are only a few mythical beasts that have the power of flame, and most of the flame power is offensive, which is obviously inconsistent with the energy in the egg. In other words, this flame comes from Ho-Oh. Why not Lashiram? Because Lashiram is actually a legendary Pokémon that symbolizes destruction and instability. He will fight when the black and white dragons appear and does not care about the destruction of human cities. In his opinion, Lashiram's fire should have a certain offensiveness. The flames of the Phoenix King can give birth to the 3 sacred beasts, Entei, Rei Kao and Suicune. This means that the flame of the Phoenix carries the power of life. It is hard to say where that superpower energy comes from, but among the first-level gods, the Pokémon with superpower attributes are Necrozma, Solgaleo, Lunala, and Lugia. If there is Mewtwo in this world, then the probability of Mewtwo is not low. Although it is not a legendary beast, it definitely has the ability to fight against a level 1 god, and it may even surpass some. After all, it has Mega Evolution, and it is one of the only 2 Pokémon with 2 Mega forms. As for why no one guessed about Victini's fire and psychic type, the system described it as super standard power. Although Victini symbolizes victory, there is still a certain gap between it and a truly powerful divine beast. However, these are just his guesses. To figure out these questions, he still needs to find the source of the burning worm and figure out its origin. There is no way to save the burning bugs yet, but there is still a chance. I just opened the system, but the gift package could not be claimed and the task was not completed. In other words, the burning worm is not yet his Pokémon. So is it only when he captures the burning bug that it is judged to belong to him? If the guess is correct, then this is the only chance to save the child. If the system can't help, then we can only rely on the legendary existence. The Pokémon who can bring rebirth to people Ho-Oh. If it really comes to this, where can Zhang Yu find the Phoenix King? Is there any way to get the Phoenix King to give me the flame of rebirth? No matter what, I'm going to ask Mom and Aunt Fang about the news about King Feng tomorrow. In the study room, darkness and silence interweave to create a mysterious and deep atmosphere. The surrounding walls seem to swallow up all the light, making it difficult to see the outline of the room. Only relying on the weak moonlight can one barely distinguish the outlines of some objects in the dark. An Pokémon egg shining with a faint red light stands out in this space, and no sound breaks the tranquility. Even the slightest sound of breathing seemed to be swallowed by the darkness, making people feel an incomparable silence. This silence made people wonder whether it was really dead silence, or waiting for someone to come. Chapter 6. The man sat in the incubator. He frowned, as if something was weighing on his mind, making it hard for him to breathe. His hands were clenched tightly, his fingertips turning white from the force, as if he was trying to grab something but couldn't reach it. His eyes revealed deep fatigue. He kept looking at his phone, expecting to find something new, but was disappointed every time. This person is Zhang Yu. After understanding it over the past few days, he found out that the last time the Phoenix King appeared was several hundred years ago, when the whole world was in eternal night. At that time, endless darkness enveloped the entire world, as if the sun had disappeared forever, leaving only a long eternal night. After dark night disappeared, people never saw Ho-Oh again. Before that, it was the Phoenix King who used the sacred fire to resurrect unknown Pokémons into the 3 holy beasts. According to historical records, the Phoenix King always appears in the sphere of influence of the Huaxia Alliance. It is very likely that the Phoenix King lives somewhere in the Huaxia Alliance, but no one knows. Let's go eat something first. There will always be a way out. Wait for the baby to hatch, and there may be unexpected improvements. Xiaoshihua came to Zhang Yu with new nutrient solution. Let's change his nutrient solution first, Zhang Yu replied listlessly. After that, the two of them changed the nutrient solution and were about to put the Pokémon egg into the incubator when the egg began to shake slightly, and the shaking amplitude gradually increased. Hurry, put her down, this baby may be about to hatch. Xiaoshihua said hurriedly. Then he shouted again, Fang Yu, come quickly, this baby is about to hatch. After saying that, the two of them stared closely at the egg that captured their attention. The frequency of its shaking seemed to be synchronized with their heartbeats. Tate! Tate! Fang Yu, who heard the shouting, came quickly and joined the petrification queue. Time seemed to slow down. Every second seemed to be stretched out infinitely, as if frozen in the air. Their heartbeats echoed in the silent nursery, and every beat seemed to remind them that time was passing by bit by bit. As the life inside the egg gradually awakens, the surrounding light begins to flicker, illuminating the laboratory as bright as day. This light seems to be fighting against the slow passage of time, trying to bring light and warmth to the new life that is about to arrive. At this moment, time seemed to be stretched to the extreme, and every moment was filled with endless possibilities and expectations. The three of them stared at the egg, as if they were traveling through a tunnel of time, looking forward to the upcoming life. Suddenly, a crack appeared on the eggshell, and then a cute Pokémon poked its head out of the egg. Its eyes had not yet fully opened, but it could already feel the warm and friendly atmosphere around it. It gently shook its body, trying to adapt to this new world. Burning bugs are shaped like moth larvae, with blue eyes and 5 slightly curved red tentacles surrounding their heads. It has 3 pairs of black legs, its head and upper body are covered in white down, and its lower body is brown. The three of them breathed a sigh of relief when they saw this scene, with smiles of surprise and relief on their faces. They carefully reached out their hands and gently stroked the newborn Pokémon, as if they were welcoming it into the world. At this moment, the laboratory was filled with joy and warmth, as if the whole world had become a better place because of the arrival of this new life. Click click. Thank you everyone. Click, click, click. Finally meet you, Zhang Yu. A clear, pleasant, and refreshing voice rang in the hearts of the three people. The three people who were originally happy showed shocked expressions on their faces when they heard this voice, as if they had discovered some shocking secret. 3 of you, look at me and I look at you. Who of you spoke just now? Did you hear that too? This. Telepathy. The 3 shouted in amazement. I've never seen a newborn Pokémon use telepathy so skillfully. Fang Yu said with a look of astonishment. This child's talent is simply too terrifying. Xiaohua said immediately. A smile finally appeared on Zhang Yu's tired face. He stretched out his fingers carefully, trying to keep his movements as gentle as possible. The burning insect seemed to understand something, raised its front paws, and gently touched Zhang Yu's fingers. At that moment, it seemed as if a subtle electric current was running between the two. Zhang Yu could clearly feel the heat on the burning insect's front paws. It was a kind of heat that came from life, strong and full of vitality. He quietly felt this special emotion, letting it ripple in his heart. He knew that the memory of this moment would become one of the most precious treasures in his life. He would always treasure this emotion shared with the burning bug, and let it become a beacon in his life journey, illuminating the way forward. Zhang Yu quickly took out the moo milk that he had prepared in advance. The burning bug smelled the fragrance of the milk and started to suck it up happily. This burning bug looks too big, doesn't it? A newly born burning bug can never be this big. Fang Yu hugged his arms, a little uncertain. It's not Fang Yu's fault that he's uncertain, but the burning bug is such a rare Pokémon. The information in the database is not very rich, but it is known that the average height of the burning bug is 1.1 m, so young burning bugs should be very small. The height of this burning bug is close to 2 meters? Is it because of those 2 energies? Xiaohua said in shock. Sometimes physical fitness represents talent. I remember seeing a champion-level Charizard that was nearly 3 meters tall in an international competition last time. However, according to the data, the average height of a Charizard is only 1.7 meters. This also shows the talent of this child from the side. Zhang Yu is 1.8 m tall, Xiaohua is 1.67 m tall, and Fang Yu is 1.65 m tall. The 3 of them looked up at the nearly 2-meter tall newborn sucking milk. There is something indescribably weird about this scene. Only then did Zhang Yu have the opportunity to check the information about the burning insects. Spirit, burning bug. Attribute, insect fire. Gender female. Features, flame body. Qualification, champion, unstable. Status, near death. Level, 5, childhood. Moves, spark, silk, morning light, rough rage, insect resistance, mind hammer, insect chirping, butterfly dance, fire dance, wind, heat wind, angry powder. Description: this is an Pokémon with amazing talent. There are 2 energies beyond the specification in its body, and the original power in its body has become weaker. Sure enough, despite her successful birth, it could not change her inevitable death. Not only that, her birth became a catalyst that accelerated her disappearance. As if sensing something, the burning insect suddenly looked at Zhang Yu. There was a hint of determination in her eyes. Even though she knew she was doomed to die, she was unwilling to give up any hope of survival. Zhang Yu understood the determination contained in the burning bug's eyes, and a smile appeared on his anxious face. Yes, a single spark can start a prairie fire. What's more, you are going to become the sun. It's decided to be you. Burning bug. Zhang Yu suddenly threw the advanced ball prepared at his waist towards the burning insect. The burning worm seemed to be able to sense this strong desire, and its body was instantly enveloped by the strong light released by the advanced ball. After the light dissipated, the burning bug was subdued by Zhang Yu as expected. Zhang Yu then picked up the advanced ball and threw it out again. Come out, burning bug. Click. As if in response to Zhang Yu's determination, the burning bug will use her actions to tell everyone that she is not only a miracle, but also a legend. Chapter 7. As Zhang Yu harvested the burning bugs, the system's voice appeared in his mind. Ding, it is detected that the host has subdued the first Pokémon, the burning bug, and the journey is over. Overall rating, SS. Your choice is not only full of risks, but also reflects your compassion and courage. The most important thing is your love for the Pokémons and the burning bug's desire for life. I hope you can keep your original intention in mind on the road ahead. No matter whether the road ahead is full of thorns or the abyss, I wish you a smooth journey. Zhang Yu. System rewards have been distributed to the backpack, please check in time. Hey, Zhang Yu took a deep breath, and his heart finally settled down. Hearing this long-lost voice, Zhang Yu felt a little more secure. Afterwards, the newly born burning insects gradually couldn't resist the fatigue and began to feel sleepy. Mom, Aunt Fang, I'm going to take the burning bug back to the house to rest first. This child is already tired after just being born, said Zhang Yu. Okay, you guys go back to the house, we'll do a checkup on the burning bugs tomorrow. The burning bug that returned to the house gently rubbed Zhang Yu's face. In response, Zhang Yu hugged her head and stroked it gently. Go to sleep, burning bug, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Zhang Yu. Then Zhang Yu lay on the bed and couldn't wait to open the system. The system evaluation has SS, but I don't know if there are any additional rewards besides product discount coupons. I opened the backpack with great anticipation, and well, there was only one discount coupon, a 30% discount coupon. It is useless to Zhang Yu now and cannot provide any help. The distribution of system tasks is also rather informal, and I don't know when I'll get my first bucket of system currency. However, Zhang Yu still opened the store and found that there were some more goods in the store. Magic candy, after the Pokémon eats it, its level will be increased by 1 level. Heart drop, a bead that increases the power of psychic and dragon attribute moves when carried by Latias or Latios. Ultimate strength wrist guards, belts, mirrors, girdle, ankle guards, weights, carrying them will reduce a certain ability, but the ability will grow faster. Master ball, a ball with the best performance that can definitely capture a Pokémon. Super fishing rod, the best fishing rod. At the right place and at the right time, you might just catch the right Pokémon. Large rhizome, after carrying it, the moves that absorb blood can restore more of your blood. Tisk, there are big rhizomes, selling this kind of supplies to miners. In addition to these, there are also some Pokeballs with special functions and some berries used to make energy blocks. The magic candy can upgrade the Pokémon to a higher level. Will its physical fitness also improve? At least in the previous life's game, every time the Pokémon leveled up, its physical fitness would improve. Zhang Yu's frown relaxed slightly, at least there was a glimmer of hope to save the burning bug. However, the biggest practical problem lies before us, there is no system currency. If poverty is an art, then Zhang Yu must be a master. Fortunately, there is a novice gift package. System, oh system, you are now the hope of the whole village. Are you sure you want to open the gift package? Sure. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the primary power of Evergreen. The greater the hope, the greater the disappointment. At this moment, Zhang Yu deeply felt the helplessness of this sentence. It's not that Viridian's power is bad. Viridian's power is a very excellent special ability. It is even said that a trainer with Viridian's power only appears every few decades. This ability can communicate with Pokémon, heal Pokémon, and improve the trainer's affinity for Pokémon. In addition, people with the power of Evergreen may also show the effect of temporarily strengthening the strength of Pokémon, which means that the power of Evergreen can also be released during the battle. But this is only a primary power of Evergreen. If the primary power of Evergreen has the ability to bring Pokémons back to life, then he should be the one to take the throne of the Phoenix King. Although he thought so, Zhang Yu still honestly placed his hand on the burning insect's head. This is given by the system. Other system gift packages for time travelers are either magic weapons or a 999 sword. It's the same system, so ours won't fail. Products produced by the system must be of high quality. Right, system. System. The burning insect seemed to sense something. It twisted its body, turned over, and scratched its belly comfortably. That's it. There was no surprise, he was just overthinking it. Zhang Yu curled his lips, thinking that the product manager must have designed it wrong, and suggested working all night to fix the bug that prevented the system from reaching 999 with one hit. Zhang Yu had previously asked the system how to solve the problem of burning bugs, but the system did not seem to have this function and was only able to answer some basic information. The next day, in the laboratory, the air is filled with the faint smell of chemical reagents, which interweaves with the cold metal instruments to create a unique atmosphere. The sunlight shines through the half-open window and sprinkles on the smooth laboratory table, forming mottled light and shadow. In this silent space, the only sound comes from those sophisticated instruments, the occasional beeping sound. Zhang Yu stood in front of the experimental table, staring intently at the burning insect that was being tested. As time went by, the drip sounds became more frequent and powerful, until the last drip sound disappeared, and everyone in the laboratory seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. The three of them looked at the experimental report in front of them, and Xiaoshihua was the first to break the silence. At least from the test report, judging from the height, weight, skin, hair, blood, and other indicators, the burning worm is as healthy as can be. But judging from the energy index, it is obviously not something that her level can possess. Is there no reagent that can improve the physical fitness of Pokémons? Zhang Yu asked. Yes, but each of them has huge flaws. Not only can they not help him, but they will definitely kill him in the end. If the defects of this reagent were within an acceptable range, you would have seen the Pokémon army a long time ago. No one can withstand such a great temptation. And this reagent is secretly developed by underground organizations. The Alliance, we don't know. Fang Yu answered Zhang Yu's questions while thinking. After experiencing countless times of hope and disappointment, Zhang Yu's mentality has become more resilient and mature. Zhang Yu did not react too much to Aunt Fang's answer. It should be said that Aunt Fang's answer was expected. The burning insect slowly crawled to Zhang Yu, as if it had accepted its fate, and even nudged Zhang Yu happily. Let's go out and play, Zhang Yu. Zhang Yu pursed his lips and said after a long while, okay. Zhang Yu, who was unfamiliar with the capital, walked aimlessly on the street with the burning bug. The backs of the two looked like homeless children. Chapter 8. What kind of Pokémon is that? I've never seen it before. If you are a vegetable, go back and do 5 more years of college entrance examination and 3 more years of simulation. That is a burning bug. I've never seen it before. Nonsense, this is a spirit that is rarer than a quasi-god. It's strange that a little Karami like you can see it. You say it again. Do you deserve to be scolded? But isn't this burning bug too big? Indeed, this burning worm is ridiculously large. Many passers-by pointed at Zhang Yu, and some even took out their mobile phones to take pictures and posted them online, with the following captions: Family, who knows, the biggest burning bug check-in in history, there is a delicious aesthetic feeling. But this is not what Zhang Yu needs to worry about. Along the way, he even has to use burning insects to enlighten Zhang Yu. Burning bug, it's so hard for me. Under the guidance of the burning bug, although Zhang Yu could not face the reality calmly, he at least accepted this fact. This ice cream looks delicious, would you like some? I want it, I want it. Boss, give me a regular version and a Pro Max version. Boss. Wow, boss, you are really honest, serving bucket-style ice cream. As the barrel version was too big for the burning bug's little claws to hold, Zhang Yu had to hand the mini ice cream in his hand to the burning bug, and then hugged the barrel version with both hands. The burning worm received the mini ice cream and threw it directly into its mouth. Zhang Yu. Zhang Yu held the insect in his arms, and they walked and ate the insect together, and before they knew it, they had arrived at the Pokémon Battle Park. Seeing the battle park, Zhang Yu didn't want to go in. Although Zhang Yu was also eager to fight, this might make the burning bug worse. "Let's go, burning bug, let's go somewhere else." Just as he was about to turn around, the burning bug pushed Zhang Yu forward. "Look, look!" The sound of the burning insect rang in Zhang Yu's heart. The man and the insect entered the park in a strange posture. When you enter the park, you can see almost empty land, a few ponds, and no trees at first glance, as if it is a park specially prepared for battles. There were a large number of people watching at each venue, from which from time to time there would be a string of flames, a puddle of water, the sound of bodies colliding, the shouts of the audience, and the instructions of the trainer. Zhang Yu took a deep breath. Every scene here deeply stimulated Zhang Yu. This was the world of Pokémons. No one did not yearn for a hardy battle, and Zhang Yu was no exception. As if sensing Zhang Yu's thoughts, the burning bug took a deep breath. "Everyone here is garbage." All the Pokémon present looked at the combustion bug at the same moment. The trainers also followed the Pokémon's gaze and looked at the combustion bug, then stared at Zhang Yu. The burning worm did not express himself telepathically, but rather announced his presence in a way that was unique to Pokémons. Thanks to the existence of Changpan's power, Zhang Yu understood what the burning bug meant. The corners of his mouth twitched slightly. "Is this the character of the burning bug? This burning bug is so big. Looks like a pretty good team." Many trainers immediately gathered around Zhang Yu, and many of them clamored to fight, but Zhang Yu refused one by one. "I'll leave this burning bug to you. Come on, Bobo." A big question mark flashed through Zhang Yu's mind, and he saw that the burning bug had already stood at the battlefield. "What are you daydreaming about? Come here quickly, what's wrong with this trainer?" Popo's trainer shouted. Zhang Yu walked behind the burning bug helplessly and said, "You are too naughty, burning bug." Click click. Then he looked at Bobo. Pokémon, Popo. Attributes, General Flying. Gender Female. Features, Sharp Eyes. Level, 10, Growth Stage. Qualification, Elite. Moves, Impact, Sand Throwing, Wind. "Let's go ahead, burning bug." Zhang Yu, who had been looking forward to the battle for a long time, no longer suppressed himself at this moment and burst out with amazing fighting spirit. "Then let me be the referee," a young man wearing sportswear, sunglasses and a mask appeared and said. "Then the battle begins. Burn bug, use spark on Popo. Bobo uses sand throw." They both gave orders at the same time. There was a loud bang, and a figure flew out hastily from the smoke. Bobo looked at the burning insect in shock. "Wave. Wave." Popo's trainer looked puzzled. "You call this sparks? Oh my god, is this a spark? I'd believe you if you said it was a jet of flame." The trainers around were stunned when they saw this scene. The referee raised his sunglasses slightly, revealing his eyes and looking at the burning bug, muttering to himself, "The speed of releasing sparks is obviously not skilled. No, it should be that he has never used it before, but this power, is it cheating?" Zhang Yu did not expect that the sparks of the burning bug would be so outrageous, but because of his lack of skill, the sparks were released too slowly and were far away from Bobo. When they were about to hit Bobo, they were blocked by the sand released by Bobo, causing an explosion. Otherwise, Bobo would definitely not be able to block this attack. The burning insect uses silk to wrap itself up. The burning worm had no doubt and wrapped its body with silk thread. "This trainer is a fool. This burning bug is wasted. I will trade my green caterpillar for your burning worm. My green caterpillar can evolve once at level 100. You will make a lot of money." The referee was also confused. "You, the burning worm, originally had a slight speed advantage over Popo, but by using silk spinning on yourself, you gave up the speed advantage. I only heard trainer Pidgeot say, use sand throw on the incendiary bugs. Bobo certainly can't withstand one attack from the burning bug. Using his advantage in the air to throw sand at the burning bug and reduce its hit rate is definitely the right choice. If Popo uses Wind Rise to attack the burning bugs, he will definitely be the one who loses in the end. Although Wind Rise is a flying type move that can restrain insect type moves, but thinking of the sparks that are like jets of flame, Popo will definitely not have the advantage in a fight, both in terms of energy reserves and power. Although the burning worm tried hard to avoid Bobo's sand, most of the sand still hit the burning worm because of its very small speed advantage and its huge body. Since I can't hide, then don't hide. Burning bug uses butterfly dance. Zhang Yu's order really shocked everyone. Butterfly, butterfly, diahoo. Are you kidding? Butterfly dance is an advanced skill of the bug type, almost a signature skill of the bug type. How can a burning bug like you know it? Go back and learn more about Pokémons. Even the referee showed a disappointed expression. It seemed that I was overthinking it. Maybe this burning bug just had some luck and met a strange trainer. I saw the burning worm's huge body raise its left shoulder and sink its right shoulder, and its left and right hands moved in slow motion, and its speed actually increased slightly. The referee was dumbfounded, Trainer Pop was dumbfounded, and the onlookers were dumbfounded. They roared in their hearts at the same time, outrageous. Just like that, keep throwing sand. Continue the butterfly dance. Finally, when the hit rate dropped to the maximum limit, Trainer Pidgeot gave the final order. Use the wind at its maximum power. Burn bug, use spark. I saw a pillar of fire spurting out from the mouth of the burning insect, passing through the strong wind and hitting Bobo directly. Bobo has lost his ability to fight, and the winner is, the burning bug. The referee did not expect that the burning bug could hit Bobo at once, and shouted with a slightly slow reaction. Your luck is too good, Trainer Bobo said helplessly. Zhang Yu smiled and did not explain. He walked closer to the burning bug and stroked her head, then said, well done, burn the silk off your body. I saw flames burning on the burning insect's body, and pieces of silk threads covered with sand slowly fell off. How can a skill that doesn't hit have any effect, right, burning bug? Of course. Go home, or mom will be worried. Click. Drib. 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 Alarm. Alarm. Attention all units. Attention all units. Entering level 1 combat status. A giant bird spirit was spotted in the sky above the capital. According to the energy detected, it is suspected to be a legend. Suddenly, golden flock-like objects floated in the sky, mixed with some golden feathers. Zhang Yu looked up at the sky thoughtfully, stretched out his hand, and watched the balls of silk and feathers passing through his hands. The gift of the Phoenix King, the effect is unknown, it contains a small amount of warm fire energy. Illusionary feather, unknown purpose, contains warm fire energy. Phoenix King? I didn't expect to meet you in this way. Zhang Yu did not notice that when a large number of gifts and illusory feathers fell on the burning insect, a golden feather quietly fell on the burning insect and slowly merged into its body. This should be enough. I gave it a great gift. If that guy's agent died in my territory, I would also be in trouble. Chapter 9. Not sure if it was because of the victory in the battle or the encounter with the Phoenix King, but at this moment Zhang Yu, sitting on the back of the burning worm, was all smiles. Back in the laboratory, Zhang Yu happened to meet Xiaohua who had just returned. Xiaohua, who was originally smiling, suddenly changed his expression when he saw Zhang Yu sitting on the burning bug. Seeing Xiaohua's livid face, Zhang Yu, who had wanted to say hello, felt his heart skip a beat. He jumped off the burning insect's back and walked up to Xiaohua. Mom, what's wrong with you? You don't feel good. Unexpectedly, Xiaohua grabbed Zhang Yu's ears and did a 360-degree Thomas spin, angrily scolding, you are so smart. You knew that the child was in poor health, but you still dared to sit on her. Ah, you are so brave, aren't you? Speak up. Ah. It hurts. Mom, let go first. Zhang Yu bent down as much as possible and lowered his head, hoping to relieve the pain. Unexpectedly, the burning insect looked aggrieved, its claws kept touching each other, and it rubbed its head against Xiaohua. I asked him to sit down, it's none of his business. The immature voice of the burning insect echoed in the hearts of the two. You dare to force her to let you sit? Ah! Xiaohua became even more furious when he saw it. Hey! If you want to explain, explain it properly. What the hell is that aggrieved expression? His paws are still tapping, and it was obviously you who let him ride on you. While complaining to the burning bug, he yelled, I'm going to die, let go, I was wrong, Mom, I was wrong, I won't dare to do it again. I told my mom. Zhang Yu rubbed his ears, then looked at the burning insect in front of him, and suddenly had a bad premonition. He originally wanted to tell his mother about his victory in the battle, but seeing the situation, well, forget it. It's not that he doesn't want to tell it, but he likes to keep a low profile. Zhang Yu then retrieved the information about the burning bug. Spirit, burning bug. Attribute, insect fire. Gender female. Features, flame body. Item, phoenix feather, contains holy fire. Qualification, champion, unstable. Status, near death. Level, 8. Moves, spark, silk, morning light, make a big rage, insect premonition, mind hammer, insect chirp, butterfly dance, fire dance, wind, heat wind, angry powder. Description, this is a spirit with amazing talent. There are 2 energies beyond the standard in its body. After absorbing the energy of the Phoenix King, its body became weaker, but an indescribable change occurred. Just as Zhang Yu was shocked, the burning insect's skin began to crack and its hair became dull as if it had been burnt. Zhang Yu, I'm so hot and itchy, I feel like I'm going to grow a brain. As if it was afraid that Zhang Yu could not feel the temperature inside its body, the temperature in the room suddenly rose sharply, forcing Zhang Yu to push open the door and run to the corridor. Standing in the corridor, Zhang Yu watched the burning worm in the room suddenly emit a white light, and then a large amount of silk threads emerged from the mouth of the burning worm and wrapped it, forming a huge insect egg. Xiaoshihua and Fang Yu, who rushed over after hearing the noise, were shocked speechless when they saw this scene. This is... What is it? Zhang Yu and Xiaoshihua immediately looked at Fang Yu. I don't know. I just didn't finish my sentence. Fang Yu looked at the 2 of them a little confused. Zhang Yu and Xiaoshihua looked extremely speechless. Son, what's going on? Xiaoshihua asked hurriedly. I went to the battle park with Burning Bug to have a battle in the afternoon. On the way back, some feathers and something like cotton wool suddenly fell from the sky. I looked up and suddenly saw a giant bird spirit flying high in the sky. I saw these things falling on the burning insect's body, and then slowly merged into its body. After returning to the house, its body underwent some changes, then became hot, and finally turned into a cocoon, Zhang Yu recalled slowly. The 2 women looked at each other. It can't be that person. It should be correct. I just received a notice from the Alliance. Then the 2 of them did not hide their shock and said in an envious tone, you met the legendary one Phoenix King, the mythical beast representing the Shenzhou Alliance. Every time the Phoenix King appears, it will bring good luck. It seems that this time is no exception. Fang Yu looked at the burning insect. Without a doubt, it will usher in the greatest opportunity of this lifetime. I'm going to get the medical examination machine, you 2 stay with the child. After saying that, Xiaoshihua left in a hurry. The 2 people returned to the house and sat on the sofa looking at the giant cocoon, as quiet as if there was no life in it. After a while, Xiaoshihua came in pushing a cart and quickly assembled the equipment. Ding ding, the instrument has started. Detection on. Then the 3 of them waited quietly. Fang Yu, who was a little bored, turned on the TV and saw the 2024 o'clock news. On the afternoon of July 7th, the first year of the Spirit 14, a giant bird spirit appeared above the capital. At that time, many people saw golden light falling from the sky. According to monitoring, this is a substance containing mild energy. According to those who have come into contact with it, this substance cannot be obtained. They will pass through the body. According to the official explanation of the Alliance, this is the representative beast of our Shenzhou Alliance Phoenix King. In ancient times, its appearance meant that good luck was about to come. Buzzing. Zhang Yu's phone kept vibrating. When he opened it, he saw that Wen Hao was constantly at Zhang Yu in the group chat. A real man only needs 5 seconds, Wen Hao at, Zhang Yu, I saw the news that the legendary beast appeared in Beijing. Did you see it? GGG, I saw it, I just happened to pass by. Nanamai, Su Qian wow, I'm so envious. A real man only needs 5 seconds, as expected, you are the man who can fencing with me for more than 5 seconds. I am looking forward to the day when I can fight with you more and more. Nanamai, Su Qian you are poisonous, aren't you? Nanamai, Su Qian at urgent, how is the egg? Did it hatch successfully? Urgent, it hatched successfully. I sent over a photo of the burning bug that I took casually. A real man only needs 5 seconds, when how she is so big, is the big root enough? Nanamai, Su Qian. A real man only needs 5 seconds to be muted by the group owner, Nanamai. Urgent. Nanamai, Su Jianqian, she is really big, and looks very strong. She must be very talented, envious. Gg, just make do with it, she either eats or sleeps and is naughty, I'm proud, praise her quickly. Nanamai, Su Jianqian, when will you come back? Maybe she will go back when school starts. She is still a little weak and the sparks she spits out are different from those of other Pokémons. We need to observe her for a while. Everything is moving in a good direction. The child's health couldn't be better, Xiaohua said happily. It seems that the energy of the Phoenix King has reshaped its body, allowing it to withstand the two energies. This child may really soar into the sky and become the sun, Fang Yu murmured. Then he stared at Zhang Yu and said jokingly, you are not the one chosen by the Phoenix King, why can't other Pokémons absorb that energy but your burning bug can? Xiaohua said to Fang Yu in a serious tone, I hope you can keep this a secret. You should know what this means to some people. Fang Yu replied seriously, of course I know. Don't worry, I want to see this child grow up more than you do. As a doctor of life science, do you know how important the power of resurrection of the Phoenix King is to me? This is a power that can change the world. Then Fang Yu said, but I have a request. If there really comes a day like that, I hope to study the flame of the Phoenix King. You know what I mean? It can change the fate of many Pokémons. Okay, Aunt Fang, if that day ever comes, you can talk to the Shining Toucan. Chapter 10. After Xiaohua and Fang Yu left, Zhang Yu remembered something important. Calling out the system and opening the achievement function, sure enough, an achievement had already been completed in its first encounter with the Phoenix King. Not only that, there is another achievement below the first encounter with the Phoenix King achievement first battle. When I clicked on the achievement of first seeing Ho-Oh, I remembered the voice of the system. Congratulations to the host for completing the achievement of meeting the Phoenix King for the first time. Ho-Oh is a symbol of luck. When you first meet Ho-Oh, you have received his gift. Achievement reward, Phoenix King's Lucky Feather, for use on a Pokémon to increase a random item in aptitude, level, or racial value. Zhang Yu looked at the things in the backpack with his eyes lighting up. These were good stuff. The champion qualifications of the burning bug are inherently unstable. If you use the feather of luck on it, if you are lucky, not only will its qualifications become stable, but it may even be able to reach the master qualification. System, system, I finally feel your presence. Looking at it this way, the rewards for ordinary tasks are nothing. What are those things in the store? Apart from the big rhizomes, I have no desire to buy anything else. Zhang Yu rubbed his hands subconsciously and clicked on the next achievement in anticipation. Congratulations to the host for completing the first battle achievement. Congratulations on taking the first step towards becoming a trainer. Achievement reward, 1 Pokeball. Thank you, because of you, the 4 seasons are warm. Zhang Yu was too tired to complain anymore. This system had too low a presence. Apart from the identification and backpack functions, the other functions were a bit difficult to use. Mission release, Super Rookie. Task description, battle 10 trainers in a row, you must challenge and win against trainers of higher levels. Task reward, 10 system coins. Okay, this system is absolutely a letdown. If I don't complain, you won't give me any tasks, right? Wait for the burning bug to return and see how he kills everyone. A week later, most of the researchers in the institute knew Zhang Yu, not only because Zhang Yu was Dr. Xia's son, but also because Zhang Yu's understanding of Pokémons and some of his ideas even surpassed most of the people in the institute. What was puzzling was that Zhang Yu had a very poor understanding of the basic knowledge of this world, which gave people a very obvious sense of tearing. Zhang Yu took advantage of this week to frantically ask the research institute for some knowledge and catch up on the information about the Pokémon in this world. Getting knowledge for free is equivalent to picking up money. Zhang Yu now feels proud of being a billionaire. Zhang Yu couldn't help but sigh at the profound knowledge of these researchers, even though he knew all the knowledge and skills of the Pokémons in his previous life. In this world, some moves can only be triggered by contact with the Pokémon's body, such as powder-based moves, but the powder can be blown away by wind or burned by fire. Since grass-type Pokémon are not affected by powder-type moves, you can use powder-type moves on yourself to make it stick to your body, allowing your opponent to trigger body contact-type moves. This is completely different from the turn-based Pokémon game in the previous life. During this period, Zhang Yu also watched a lot of Pokémon battle videos, especially a certain video. That match was between Blaziken and Crocodile. After Crocodile bit Blaziken with a bite move, he was able to glare at the same time to reduce Blaziken's physical defense, and then instantly used Water Tail to hit Blaziken. These three moves are used almost simultaneously and seamlessly. This also made Zhang Yu understand that if he wanted to become a powerful trainer, this combination of multiple moves was an ability that he must learn. Otherwise, he is not qualified to be an opponent of gym-level trainers and above. When others get a chance, they will use at least 2 moves, but you only use 1 move, which is too passive. However, those who can learn the combination of moves are all Pokémons with powerful talents, not only physical talents, but also energy talents. The essence of the Pokémon's moves in this world is not based on physical fitness, but on energy. Even physical attacks are accomplished by calling on energy and coordinating the body. However, strong physical fitness is also essential. Strong physical fitness can enable the Pokémons to have faster reaction, stronger ability to withstand attacks, and greater endurance. At least in the video that Zhang Yu watched, this skill combination can only be seen at the gym level and above, and only a few Pokémon at the gym level have this ability. The study during this period has brought about tremendous changes in Zhang Yu, both in his understanding of the Pokémons and in his transformation of combat thinking. While thinking about the new problem he had just learned, Zhang Yu quickly walked towards the hatching room. Although the burning worm state did not belong to an egg, the environment of the hatching room was very suitable for the Pokémon's state. "Brother Yu, how are the burning bugs today?" Zhang Yu asked. "The energy fluctuations of the burning bug have become active. It will probably not be long before the burning bug breaks out of its cocoon." "Great! This is the best news he has ever heard since coming to this world." As if to confirm what he said, sounds of movement began to be heard inside the cocoon. After a while, the cocoon began to shake slightly. The other researchers who heard the movement gathered in the incubation room. Click! The cocoon has cracked. Someone shouted excitedly. After a while, the shaking gradually increased and the cracks became bigger and bigger. Click! Suddenly, the entire cocoon broke into pieces and scattered all over the ground. "I am back, Zhang Yu." Seeing the burning bug appear, Zhang Yu finally felt relieved. A smile of relief and satisfaction appeared on his face, as if the whole world had become brighter. Ever since choosing the burning insect, Zhang Yu has been worried about it. Now, seeing the burning worm finally break out of its cocoon and return healthy, Zhang Yu feels extremely relieved and satisfied. The researcher released the burning insect, and it quickly rushed towards Zhang Yu. "I miss you, Zhang Yu." Then he nudged Xiaoshihua again. "Mom! Mom! I'm hungry." Xiaoshihua hugged the burning bug's head and whispered, "It's finally over, welcome home, it's good to be back." In order to ensure the healthy growth of the burning worm, Xiaoshihua ran around and asked countless people, and one could even see a few strands of grey hair. "Congratulations! Great, now Xiaohu can finally fight the Pokémons verbally without me." "Yes, we are liberated too." "Ha ha ha ha." Zhang Yu scratched his head a little embarrassedly. In order to get to know the Pokémons better, he had found many people to verbally fight against the Pokémons during this period. "Let's go fight now. Let's go fight tomorrow and let our names be known throughout the world." Zhang Yu said to the burning bug with full fighting spirit. "Hey, I have goosebumps." Someone around him rubbed his arms unconsciously with his arms around his chest. "Ha ha ha, I'm only 16, what's wrong with being a little immature?" "That's right, a non-middle school boy doesn't have dreams. Back then, Ugh. You're the one making me laugh to death." Chapter 11. Zhang Yu returned to the room and looked at the burning insect in front of him. Spirit, burning bug. Gender female. Features, flame body. Qualification, champion. Status, normal. Level, 10. Moves. Sure enough, the status has changed from near death to normal, and the level has also increased by 2 levels. Everything is moving in a good direction. Then, Zhang Yu took out the Phoenix King's lucky feather from his backpack. The burning bug immediately looked at the feather of lucky in Zhang Yu's hand. The feather of lucky seemed to be calling the burning bug, causing the burning bug to not conceal the desire in its eyes. However, the burning bug did not move because Zhang Yu did not speak. Zhang Yu was very satisfied that the burning insect did not lose its mind because of the desire in its heart. "Want it? Think. This is for you. You are too tall. Lower your head a little." The burning insect couldn't wait to lower its head. Zhang Yu gently placed the feather of luck on the burning insect's head. The feather of luck slowly merged into the burning insect's body like liquid. So comfortable. I feel a little sleepy. Zhang Yu looked at the burning insect that kept kowtowing in front of him and said helplessly, "Go to sleep, go to sleep." As if it was waiting for Zhang Yu to say this, the burning bug fell to the ground sideways and fell asleep. However, Zhang Yu did not sleep. Since the problem of burning insects had been solved, it was time to put the training of burning insects on the agenda. The next semester will be the third year of high school. After everyone has their own Pokémon, the school will train students in survival skills in the wild. In this world, you can't go on adventures just by having a Pokémon, and not everyone is a super rookie. Zai is a natural adventurous saint. You have to know that outdoor adventures involve many uncertainties. Most of them are far away from cities, or even in secret spaces, and sometimes you can't even ask for help. This requires everyone to learn wilderness survival and medical knowledge, especially in the wild. If the injuries of Pokémon are not treated in time, it may leave hidden dangers at best, or even cause the loss of life. In addition, Pokémon food is a very big problem. Usually trainers will carry enough energy blocks, and some people can even make some crude energy blocks in the wild. There is no such thing as a space backpack in this world, which means that most people's backpacks must make perfect use of the remaining space in addition to energy blocks. Even if Zhang Yu has a space backpack, he still has to learn some knowledge. After all, knowledge is power and it is truth in any world. In the first semester of senior year, the school will hold the first outdoor adventure activity when the Pokémons reach level 10. In the second semester, when the Pokémons reach level 15-20, they will take part in the second outdoor adventure. In other words, level 15-20 is the threshold for university admission. If you can reach level 20-29, then congratulations, you can enter a key university. If you are level 30-39, then congratulations, you can choose any university. If you can reach level 40-49, then congratulations, there is a place for you in the zoo. If you can reach level 59 or above, then congratulations, the position of Feng Wang, the divine beast of the Shenzhou Alliance, will be given to you, and he will even call you Big Brother and ask for your protection. Zhang Yu has the system in his right hand and the champion qualified burning worm in his left hand. He cannot be like ordinary people, so the responsibility of holding high the banner that orcs will never be slaves falls on himself. The burning bug had just been born and had only fought once, without any systematic training. The most urgent task is to be familiar with the use of various moves and energy, as well as how to match the energy blocks of the burning insects. As a high school student, he obviously doesn't need to solve the food problem by himself. He only needs to make a little effort to find out his mother's limit. The second is the system tasks. The system allows one to make energy blocks through the fruits in the store, and also buy props, especially the Master Ball, which he has been coveting for a long time. The most important thing is that there are some legendary items and Pokémon carrying props inside, which are what many people dream of. According to what Zhang Yu has learned during this period, carrying props is extremely expensive, and many people cannot even get enough to form a team, let alone buy the props they want. Some props can change the situation of the battle, and even the core tactics must rely on certain props. As he thought about it, Zhang Yu gradually fell asleep. In his dream, Zhang Yu felt as if some soft and tiny creature was gently rubbing against him. He opened his eyes dazedly and saw a burning insect lying on his cheek, gently touching his skin with its delicate tentacles. Zhang Yu stretched reluctantly, slowly stood up, rubbed his eyes, and touched the burning bug again. After Zhang Yu finished washing up, the information about the burning insects emerged in his mind. Spirit, burning bug. Gender female. Features, flame body. Qualification, quasi-master. Status, normal. Level, 10. Moves. When Zhang Yu saw the qualifications column, he felt that his future was bright and he exclaimed that the system was awesome. Along the way, Zhang Yu did not hide the smile on his face and walked without caring about his relatives. Has it been too long since I last dealt with you? You can't even walk anymore, right? Hearing this familiar yet terrifying voice, Zhang Yu immediately straightened his posture and asked, "By the way, Mom, where can I buy the energy cubes of the burning worms?" Xiaoshihua put the iron box in Zhang Yu's hand and instructed, "I have prepared it a long time ago. I hope you can starve this child to death. This is a high-level energy block for the burning bug for 1 week. There are fire and insect blocks. I also prepared some psychic blocks. The burning bug itself has some potential for superpowers. And you must consciously train the psychic energy in this child's body. Don't waste this child's talent. It is the most talented Pokémon I have ever seen. Wow, a high-level energy block! Zhang Yu exclaimed. He never expected that it was a high-level energy block. In Zhang Yu's impression, a mid-level energy block was already a very high-level Pokémon food. Advanced energy cubes are very expensive Pokémon food. One box of them is estimated to be equivalent to a family's food expenses for half a year. The quality of energy cubes includes energy level, taste, and flavor. The quality of energy blocks is divided into inferior, low grade, medium grade, high grade and top grade. Poor quality, low energy, poor mouth feel, bad taste. Low level, small amount of energy, average mouth feel, average taste. Intermediate, average energy, good mouth feel, good flavor. Premium, higher energy, great mouth feel, great flavor. The best, extremely high energy, very good taste, and unique flavor. The burning bug sensed the attraction of the food in the iron box and rubbed against Xiaohua in a mean way. Mom is the best. Zhang Yu, I'll leave it to you, burning bug. Xiaohua hugged the burning bug. Guaranteed mission completion. The burning worm tried hard to raise its front paws and tried to salute, which made Xiaohua laugh. Forget about your short legs, haha. Grievance. Chapter 12. In the backyard of the research institute, there are many Pokémons cooperating with the researchers in the tests, and they are not afraid of strangers. When Zhang Yu and the burning worm came here, many Pokémons surrounded Zhang Yu and looked at the huge burning worm. Zhang Yu couldn't help but sigh at the strong strength of the research institute. There were many rare Pokémons here, and their qualifications were not bad. For example, the Growlithe and Vulpix at your feet. Pokémon, Catty Dog. Attribute, Fire. Gender, Male. Features, Fire. Level, 16. Qualification, Elite. Moves. Spirit, Vulpix. Attribute, Fire. Gender Female. Features, Fire. Level, 13. Qualification, Elite. Moves. Caterpie is a small dog spirit, loyal and friendly. His evolved form, Windy Dog, has its own legend in ancient times and was once considered a legendary spirit. Vulpix is a small four-legged Pokémon that looks like a fox. It is favored by women because it is very cute. Its evolved form, Ninetales, is very noble and has a very long lifespan. One is very handsome, the other is naughty and cute. I really want to conquer them, but now is not the time to conquer Pokémons. The second Pokémon should be considered after everything with the burning bug is on track. Moreover, Zhang Yu has not decided which Pokémon to conquer next. Okay, go play over there, burning bug sister needs training. Zhang Yu pushed them out like he was coaxing a child, but his hands were still honest and rubbed them hard a few times. Wow, these little guys are so enthusiastic. Zhang Yu wiped his forehead. Let's get started, burning bug. Bring it on. Burning bug, can you feel the two energies in your body? The burning bug nodded frantically. Then can you mobilize the two energies in your body? Burning worm shaking head crazily. So, I understand. Although these two energies are in your body, they do not actually belong to you. If you want to use this energy, you must merge these two energies with your own energy. Do you remember the last battle? I guess you used your own energy to create the sparks last time. The burning worm nodded frantically. I have an idea now. If you use up all the energy in your body, and then try to mobilize the other two energies, try to mobilize them first. Then, when you are familiar with mobilizing the two energies, merge the two energies with your own energy. You can think of it as eating the two energies into your stomach. Do you understand? Nodding like crazy. Really? Shaking head crazily. Zhang Yu frowned and said in a serious tone, this is training, not playing games. If you hold this mentality, it will hurt us in the future, you know. Grievance. I'll ask you one last time. Did you understand what I just explained? Nodding like crazy. Zhang Yu sighed in his heart. I must find a steady Pokémon for the second Pokémon, otherwise I might go crazy. And the question about your energy control. Putting aside other thoughts in his mind, he thought carefully. The sparks used in the last battle seemed very scary. But it was really scary. Bobo was scared silly. Don't interrupt me. Zhang Yu glared at the burning bug with a slight headache. It's easy for you to throw away all your energy at once, anyone can do it, and it's a waste. You are my only Pokémon, and everyone else has 6. If you use up all your energy in one game, what will you do in the next 5 games? I expect you to fight 1v6. I understand. Leave it all to me. The fighting spirit of the burning insect instantly ignited, and the tentacles of its body puffed with flames. Sure enough, the little brat still needs to be coaxed. Zhang Yu put his hands on his waist and supported his forehead. So we have to use the least energy to do the most. We now have 2 goals. The first is to fuse the 2 energies in your body. The second is to learn to control energy and divide it into smaller energies. I'll set a standard for you. 1 is the highest energy, 2 is the second highest energy, 3 is the third highest energy, and so on. Do you understand? Nod like crazy.jpg. The third is to learn how to use your moves. Start by familiarizing yourself with them one by one. You are not required to use them right away. After all, most of your moves can only be mastered at an advanced level. Hasn't I just mentioned 2 points before? How come there is a third one? The burning bug pouted. It's not too late to tell you now. Okay, from now on, when I tell you to do it, shoot sparks into the sky. 1. 5. You did it wrong. Try again. 5. 5. 6. After practicing for a whole morning, Zhang Yu went from having a headache at first to feeling numb at last. Is this the qualification of a quasi-master? It's so terrifying. Except for being unskilled at the beginning, as long as Zhang Yu pointed out where the problem was, the burning worm learned very, very quickly. Zhang Yu thought it would take a long time to learn how to control energy, but it only took an hour. In the following time, Zhang Yu let it continuously spray out sparks with the greatest power until the energy was exhausted, and then guided the other 2 energies in the body. It must be said that these 2 energies are worthy of the energies of those divine beasts. With the qualifications of a quasi-master of the burning insect, he only mobilized a tiny amount of energy, equivalent to half a drop of water in the ocean. It turns out that this kind of power is not something that can be easily mastered, and there is still a long way to go. Sitting on the lawn and watching the burning bugs eating high-level energy blocks, Zhang Yu's thoughts couldn't help but drift to the afternoon. What should we train in the afternoon? We will practice all the moves once, and then mobilize 2 energies. Why not try the results of energy control? After all, sparks can't just fly away during a battle. But where can I find the opponent? Feeling something drilling in beside him, Zhang Yu looked down and found that it was the 2 little guys, Vulpix and Growlithe. The 2 little guys' noses kept twitching. Sometimes they lowered their heads to sniff the ground, and sometimes they raised their heads to sniff the air. Their tails swayed gently, as if they were savoring every breath in the air, looking for some secret. It was as if they had discovered a treasure, and they kept digging the ground gently with their front paws beside the iron box of the advanced energy cube. Haha, it turns out that the 2 little greedy ghosts were attracted here by the advanced energy blocks. Zhang Yu, who was about to open the iron box, paused and suddenly thought of a good idea. Do you 2 want to eat something here? Zhang Yu picked up the iron box and shook it. Wang wang. Ow. The 2 little guys jumped around Zhang Yu. Okay, but I'll let the burning bug play a game with you guys later. The winner will be rewarded with a complete advanced energy cube, okay? Don't agree yet, I'll give you a taste first and then you can decide. Zhang Yu opened the iron box, broke an energy block into 2 pieces and gave them to Growlithe and Vulpix. Wang wang. Ah! After eating, the 2 little guys jumped higher and called louder. Is this the charm of the advanced energy block? It's so terrifying. This game is called hide and see. The rules are that the burning bug will spit out sparks of varying sizes. If you 2 dodge them, you'll score 1 point. And you 2 have the fire attracting attribute, you won't be hurt by fire type attacks, and you absorb flames, making your own fire attribute attacks stronger, so it won't hurt you. The 2 little guys nodded frantically, fearing that Zhang Yu would change his mind. Zhang Yu was really afraid that they would get silly from shaking, although they were not very smart now. The burning bug saw the whole process clearly, and there was an inexplicable change in the look in its eyes when it looked at Zhang Yu. Zhang Yu shuddered all over. What was going on? Was I going to catch a cold? Burn Bug, dodge Growlithe, and use Spark 3 on the running Vulpix. Due to the fact that it was multitasking, the Burning Bug's control over energy was not as smooth as during training. The Burning Bug paused for a moment before emitting Spark number 3, which was easily dodged by Vulpix. After a period of practice, the burning insect has become proficient in controlling energy while moving, and the next step is to increase the difficulty. Burn Worm, split Spark 4 into 2 and shoot them at Vulpix and Caterpie respectively. What? The Burning Bug stood there at a loss. This was what Zhang Yu had just thought of. If the opponent was very flexible in the battle, then the first attack could be used as a cover, and the other attack could be used to predict the opponent's position and then attack. Only after Zhang Yu's explanation did I understand how to train. Burn Worm, split Spark 2 into 2 and shoot them at Vulpix and Caterpie respectively. After several corrections and practices, Infernape was finally able to split the move into 2, successfully attacking Vulpix and Growlithe, but they were easily dodged. After training for a while, the Burning Bug finally mastered this attack method. Until the sun is about to set. Maximum Spark Attack Katagami. Woof woof woof. Woof. Caterpillar was obviously panicked when he saw the abnormal sparks. After he came to his senses, he used all his strength to jump away from the sparks. Ow! Vulpix tensed its body, with all its hair standing up. Its 6 furry tails swayed stiffly, as if it was afraid that the incendiary bug would attack it. The Caterpie who dodged the attack was furious, breathing rapidly, and his body was tense as he acted coquettishly towards Zhang Yu. Okay, this is a gift for the end of today's game. Woof. Woof. You are starting to act like a nobody, aren't you? Ah. You are such a dog. Caterpillar looked at Vulpix with a question mark on its face. Well done, here are your prizes. Zhang Yu took out 4 energy cubes and gave them to Vulpix and Growlithe respectively. Wang. Ow. That's good enough. The 2 little guys showed an expression that said, you've got what's best for you. After a day of practice, it feels great to release all your strength. One more time. One more time. Chapter 13. After 2 days of training, Zhang Yu's relationship with the 2 little guys quickly warmed up. Although it's not to say that a short separation makes new friends better, at least they would grin at each other and exchange cordially greetings every time they met. Putting aside other issues, aren't there anything wrong with you 2 little guys? However, the progress of the Burning Bug in the past 2 days has been very obvious, whether it is energy control, starting to split 2 with 1 move or becoming familiar with the moves, all aspects show that the Burning Bug is extraordinary. This also made him more certain that this ordinary burning insect must have a great origin and should never appear in that kind of place. It also strengthened Zhang Yu's certain ideas. However, after 2 days of training, the body of the burning insect seemed to have shrunk, Zhang Yu thought as he walked. It seems necessary to test its body after training every day. Certain changes in the body may have a great impact. If the trainer is not even familiar with the body of his own Pokémon, then there may be serious misjudgments when issuing orders during the battle. Walk over to where Infernape, Vulpix, and Growlithe were playing. When Caterpie saw the person coming, he first glared, then roared loudly, and finally used a water skill. He tooey. It seems that you have become very skilled at glaring and roaring loudly. The most important thing is that you have become the pride of your Growlithe family, the only Growlithe who has learned the water-based move tooey. Zhang Yu defended and counterattacked very skillfully. Let's go, Burning Bug. It's time for us to perform. Then Zhang Yu looked at the Burning Bug. Battle. Totally crazy. Awoo. However, Zhang Yu had not yet decided on the location for the battle, as the alliance did not allow students who had just acquired Pokémons to fight at will, as it was easy to hurt people if they did not control them well. At least some guidance was required before they could do so. Therefore, an institution was created, the Pokémon Battle Cram School. It turns out that cram schools are unavoidable in any world. However, this is an organization recognized by the League. Its main role is as a sparring partner. The coaches are of high quality and can help students grow better. Another type is the park where we fought last time, an outdoor battle. The battle format is uncertain, the trainer's command level is average, and the level of the Pokémon is uncertain. If you encounter mouth cannon and taunt, it can easily turn into a real-life battle. The other is the Alliance Ranked Tournament. As long as you have an Pokémon, you can participate in the Ranked Tournament. This is the mainstream way of fighting in the Alliance. Most of the players are of the same level, and you can indeed learn a lot from it. However, this is a random match, and you may not be matched with an opponent with a higher Pokémon level than your own. After thinking for a moment, Zhang Yu decided to fight in the Alliance qualifying tournament, because the burning bug just reached level 11 yesterday, entering the threshold of the novice period, and the minimum requirement for the Alliance qualifying tournament is that an Pokémon reaches the novice period. There should be very few Pokémons with a lower level than the burning bug, which means that the burning bug is the black iron among the black irons, and is very suitable for completing the task. After making the decision, I said goodbye to my mother, put the burning bug back into the advanced ball, and called a car. After a while, when they were almost at the qualifying hall, Zhang Yu got off the car early. Because the qualifying was so popular and there were often traffic jams near the qualifying hall, Zhang Yu decided to walk there. Walk into the qualifying hall and find the registration desk. Hello sir, what can I do for you? This is my first time here. Please register me. This is my Pokémon. The staff put the advanced ball into the machine for registration, then gave Zhang Yu a form to fill out some information, and then confirmed the information of the burning worm with Zhang Yu. Trainer Zhang Yu, initial Pokémon Burning Bug, level 11. Based on your level, you can only participate in the novice ranking competition. Also, here are some precautions, please read and sign. Zhang Yu took another form, the main contents of which were such precautions as prohibiting attacking trainers and not being able to attack after one party lost its combat ability. He took a look and signed decisively. The referee will be called for you next, please wait a moment, and then picked up the intercom. No. Please come to the front desk to take the new trainer to room 1057. Not long after, a tall, handsome referee wearing a black OL professional suit came to the front desk. Hello, referee number is at your service. Why does this feel familiar? It seems like I have experienced this kind of service somewhere before, Zhang Yu couldn't help thinking. The ranking hall is very good. Even if you have never participated in ranking, you can come and see their legs, oh no, you can also watch the battle. When he walked into the room, another trainer was already waiting. No nonsense, the referee said after explaining the rules of the game. Then let the game begin now. Go ahead, burning bug. Go ahead, Seduc, educate the little guy across from education. Very good, I met the mocking brother right at the start. Pokémon, Pikachu. Attribute, water. Gender, male. Features, easy to swim. Level, 17, novice. Qualification, elite. Moves. Seduc's body is yellow, and its eyes have tiny pupils. It has a flat mouth, 3 black hairs on its head, and short and strong limbs, resembling a kappa. It has a short tail and webbed feet. Although its attribute is water, it has a strong superpower. Zhang Yu can't forget Xioxia's Seduc, so he should also pay attention to Seduc's superpower. When Brother Taunt saw the obviously abnormal height of the burning bug, he was obviously stunned for a moment. Referee, are you sure this is a novice level burning bug? Determine. Brother, your burning bug is growing really fast. The burning bug is very unhappy. The corners of Zhang Yu's mouth twitched. It seemed necessary to learn some real-life PK techniques. New trainer Chao Feng, please play seriously. The burning bug uses the mind hammer. Seduc, use yawn. Although the speed of Incineroar's racial value is higher than Seduc's, Seduc is 6 levels higher than Incineroar and its proficiency in mind hammer is not high. The burning worm's mind hammer was interrupted and it entered a sleeping state. Mind brain hammer, ha 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 ha, I'll tell you for free, mind brain hammer is an advanced move. Your burning worm is not good enough, so just practice more. The coach had the same idea as Chao Feng, but he said, Chao Feng, pay attention, this is the last warning. Zhang Yu knew the superpowers of the burning bug, so he didn't panic. Burn worm, wake up and use silk spin. Seduc, use the immobilization technique. The opponent did not attack while the burning bug was sleeping, but instead sealed the threatening intention to Seduc with the mind hammer. He taunted with his mouth, but his body was honest. The opponent was really steady, Zhang Yu narrowed his eyes. When Seduc used the immobilization technique, the Infernape suddenly woke up and used silk on Seduc. Seduc didn't expect the Infernape to wake up so soon, so all its silk hits. This is also the result of the past 2 days of training. When the opponent uses a move or takes you by surprise, it is easiest to be hit. Chao Feng and the referee also showed surprised expressions. Waking up too quickly was not scientific. The speed of Seduct hit by Silk is reduced, so it is not as fast as the burning bug. Although its attributes are at a disadvantage, its speed is a huge advantage in real combat. Seduct, water gun. A very correct choice, with restrained attributes and obviously high proficiency in water gun. After taunting the command, Zhang Yu watched Seduct being unable to move for a moment when using the water gun. Burning bug, sparks with all your strength. Hearing Zhang Yu's command, Chao Feng smiled, and the referee also shook his head secretly. When the burning insect heard this, it did not hesitate and immediately used all its strength to create sparks. A huge column of fire gushed out from in front of the incendiary bug and broke through Seduct's water gun without any obstruction. After the column of fire passed, the ground was burned into a straight black line, and even some mucus could be seen on the ground. The land was burned. At the end of the straight line, Seduct falls to the ground. As Zhang Yu expected, Seduct could not block sparks of this level even if they were of reverse attribute. Chao Feng and the referee widened their eyes. This. Chao Feng then looked at the referee, his eyes full of confusion. Are you sure this is a novice burning bug? This. The referee also began to doubt himself. In any case, Seduct has already been defeated, so there is no point in saying this. Seduct loses its ability to fight, the winner is the incinerator. After the test, the referee took Zhang Yu's burning worm for another test, proving that the burning worm was indeed in the novice stage. After Zhang Yu returned to the room, he looked at him as if he were a monster. Zhang Yu quietly waited for the next opponent to arrive. Chapter 14. Not long after, a new trainer came in and was eye-catching. With long, silky black hair, she wears custom trainers embroidered with beautiful patterns that are both practical and stylish. Her facial features are soft and her skin is as white as jade, and her light red lips make her look even more extraordinary. Hello, I'm Yuzaki, a senior student at number 13 middle school. Thank you for your guidance. He greeted Zhang Yu very naturally, and every movement revealed his generous and decent temperament. Hello, I'm Zhang Yu, a senior from Zikan, Zhang Yu responded. Zikan, it's a very ancient city, it's a city I must visit. Yeah, if I have a chance I must go and see it. There are many ruins and ancient Pokémons. Hearing about the ancient Pokémons, Yuzaki's bright eyes rose like a bright moon. Just as she was about to say something, she heard the referee's voice. Please get ready, the referee interrupted their conversation. Game start. Go, La Rulas. Leave it to you, burning bug. Seeing the burning bug, Yuzaki's eyes widened. She was just curious about why the initial form of the bug Pokémon was so big, but she was not surprised by the burning bug. Pokémon, Larulas. Attribute, Superpower Fairy. Gender female. Features, copy. Level, 16, novice. Qualification, gym. Moves. Lalulas has a white body, and its green hair covers most of its face. Its hair is divided by two flat red horns inserted in the middle, a larger one facing forward and a smaller one at the back. Lalulas' eyes are red. It has the ability to sense human emotions, and can keenly use the red horns on its head to capture the emotions of people and Pokémon. It is a rare Pokémon, and one of its final evolutionary forms is the wife beast of many netizens' garde voir. Larulas. Zhang Yu murmured. Ralts is also a Pokémon that Zhang Yu likes very much. The most important reason is that both of its final evolution forms are very strong, and they both have Mega Evolution, especially the Mage Evolution of the Harmony Garde voir, which evolves from a girl to a queen. Wow! Moreover, this Ralts is the best qualified Pokémon Zhang Yu has ever seen except for the burning bug. It is estimated that it has a good talent for superpowers. Burn bug, use silk spinning in a large area forward. Larulas, use shadow clone. Spinning silk is almost an instinct of insect Pokémons and can be used without any preparation. On the other hand, although Larulas had a level advantage and was faster than the burning bug, his illusory shadow was pierced by the spitted-out silk just halfway through using his shadow clone, and Larulas's real body was not spared and was sprayed all over. Read first. The referee muttered. Yuzaki didn't expect that the burning bug could interrupt Ralts' shadow clone. Ralts, who originally had a speed advantage, was slowed down and fell into a passive state. Larulas hypnosis. Burning bug, 2 sparks of number 4, watch its movement carefully, then another spark, and then rush up. This burning bug has great talent, and the sparks are really big. As Larula's used hypnosis, the first 2 sparks of the burning bug were shot out, followed by the last 2 sparks. Did he let the opponent win? Looking at the sparks in front of him that were obviously smaller than the previous pillar of fire, the referee couldn't help but sneer in his heart, "Hey, man." Sure enough, after seeing such big sparks, Larus did not choose to withstand the sparks head-on. His first choice was to dodge. But is avoiding useful? The answer is obvious, it works. Although the last 2 sparks predicted the movement of Larus, the burning bug was inexperienced and could not accurately predict based on the sparks and Larus' speed. Although the sparks did not hit, Larulus was still frightened. If Larulus was slower, the last spark would have hit. While Larulus was dodging, the burning bug was already very close to Larulus. "It's over," the referee and Zhang Yu thought at the same time. Although Gardevoir is rare and powerful, its initial form is extremely weak. As the same initial form, the racial stats of the burning bug are nearly twice that of Larula's, and the physical attack racial stats of the burning bug are as high as 85 points. Many final form Pokémons do not have as much physical attack as it. On the other hand, Larula's physical defense racial value is barely 25. It cannot be said to be nothing, but it can only be said to be naked. Maybe putting black stockings on it can increase its defense. Of course, he was just giving it a suggestion from a trainer's perspective, Zhang Yu said in his heart. Before Larula's could recover from the shock of the sparks, the burning bug had already arrived in front of it. "Make as much noise as you can and kick it up. There is something wrong with you," a big question mark flashed across the referee's mind. "Get out of the way, Larus. Make a fuss?" Yuzaki was confused, but didn't give up. The power of the Big Trouble was 120, which was obviously not something a novice Pokémon could handle. But unfortunately, although the burning bug is a novice stage Pokémon, the power in its body is not. Larula's fell. The final result did not surprise Zhang Yu and he won it smoothly. Larula's loses his ability to fight, Zhang Yu wins. "Wow, your burning bugs are so powerful, and your command is so powerful too. I feel like there's a huge gap between you and me," Yuzaki said after the conversation, her voice full of admiration and amazement. Yuzaki continued, "I feel like I'm still a long way behind you." "Yuzaki, you are also amazing." Zhang Yu said, "Your Pokémon and command skills are excellent. We all have our own strengths and styles. The key is to find a method that suits you and keep improving yourself." Hearing Zhang Yu's words, Yuzaki's face broke into a bright smile. After the two chatted for a while, Yuzaki's mood became obviously relaxed and happy. She knew that communicating with an excellent trainer like Zhang Yu would be very helpful for her growth. She also looked forward to the next communication with Zhang Yu, hoping to learn more from him. Before leaving, the two added each other's contact information, hoping to have more opportunities for communication. It turns out that people are different. "What kind of duck is that Chow Feng duck?" "Stare. Ha ha ha, burning bug, you performed really well. I'll give you an extra meal tonight." "Stare. Add deluxe ice cream." "Humph." Next, Zhang Yu fought against 8 people in a row and successfully completed the system task. After fighting 10 games in a row for the first time, both Zhang Yu and Burning Bug could see obvious signs of fatigue on each other's faces. Zhang Yu and his burning bugs also gained some fame in the novice area. "Did you know that there is a big guy frying fish in the novice area?" "I heard about it too. I heard it's a bug-type Pokémon." "Burning bug?" "Yes, I don't know why it's so big, maybe 2 meters. The most important thing is that its spark is simply outrageous. Thick and long, but fast." "You? Why, did it hit you where it hurts?" In an office, a computer on a table was playing some action movies, along with some information. At the top was information about Zhang Yu and his burning bug. Chapter 15. Zhang Yu returned to the room and couldn't wait to call out the system. Seeing that the 10-game winning streak mission had been completed, he suddenly felt like he was receiving his first salary in his previous life. Looking at the 10 system coins in his backpack, Zhang Yu decisively opened the store. Strength is the core, and everything else is empty talk. Although the systems in this world seem to be perfect, the core revolves around strength. Only by turning everything into strength is the most correct choice. Through today's battle, Zhang Yu saw some shortcomings of the burning bug. Before, Zhang Yu had been training the incinerator as the Vulcan Moth, and had trained it most in special attack energy. During today's battle, he suddenly remembered that the training directions of the incinerator and the Vulcan Moth were completely different. At least before it evolves, the physical attack of the burning bug is far greater than its special attack, and most of the burning bug's current skills are special attack oriented, with only Big Rage and Mind Hammer being physical skills. The burning bug cannot evolve until it reaches level 59, so Zhang Yu decided to make use of the burning bug's advantages and learn some physical skills. He only needed to train in the special attack direction step by step. After all, this kind of talent, he said, was a flame, but others didn't believe him, so he said it was a jet of flame. From the way that group of people nodded frantically, it could be seen how terrifying the burning bug's energy talent was. To make a big fuss you must get close to your opponent and attack with all your strength. Although it is powerful, the attack will put you into a state of confusion, so this can only be used as a last resort. The Mind Hammer can sometimes make the opponent flinch. Although its power is not as great as a big fight, it is still quite powerful. With the burning bug's physical attack racial value of 85, it only needs to learn normal or good powered basic skills to unleash great power. Advanced skills are acquired after learning some low-level skills, approaching them with experience, thinking, and consciousness, and then slowly transitioning to advanced skills. This should be a natural process combined with the subjective initiative of the Pokémon and the trainer, rather than forcing the Pokémon to learn the strongest skills all at once. Otherwise, it will dampen the Pokémon's enthusiasm. Imagine that you, who have just entered elementary school, are forced to learn college calculus. Tisk, it's chilling. Although Zhang Yu hopes to become stronger, the psychology of the Pokémons is equally important. Pokémons are companions, not tools, with the exception of tropical dragons and big-tailed raccoons. Zhang Yu recalled in his mind the skills that the burning bug could learn, and several skills flashed through his mind. Energy accumulating flame attack, insect pounce, insect bite, and rapid return. Charged flame attack and bug pounce have similar functions. If you can learn one of them, it will be easier to learn the other one. At the same time, these two skills are very similar to some advanced skills and can be said to be prerequisite skills for some skills. The most important thing is that these two skills can affect speed, which can be crucial for burning bugs whose speed is not outstanding. Bug Bite is also a very popular skill for bug-type Pokémon in this world. Since the props are very expensive, it can be said that they are in short supply. Not everyone has the ability to equip the Pokémon with props, so cheap and easy to use berries have become the choice of most people. Bug Bite has considerable power and can also eat the opponent's berries. There is nothing much to say about Rapid Return. If there is no limit on the number of skills, it is one of the must-learn skills for the insect system. Its power is only slightly lower than that of the Mind Hammer. It is a magical skill for rotating Pokémons. After making the decision, I opened the system store and after a look around, I found that there were only a few skill books, which happened to include Charged Flame Attack and Insect Bite. It cost 4 system coins to buy these two skills, and I have 6 left. Zhang Yu then turned his attention to the fruits of the trees. The system had a cultivation function that could turn the fruits of the trees into energy blocks. So Zhang Yu decided to buy some tree fruits and let the burning insects taste the energy blocks produced by the system. 10 fire tree fruits can cultivate an energy cube. Looking at the energy cube in his hand, to be honest, Zhang Yu didn't have much expectation in his heart. Hey, burning bug, how about trying this energy cube? Without waiting for the burning bug to speak, Zhang Yu directly stuffed the energy cube into its mouth. The burning bug was stunned, licked it unconsciously, and then bit it. Zhang Yu looked at the burning bug without any reaction. As expected, it seemed that what his mother gave was better. The burning insect came back to its senses and its eyes gradually brightened. It tastes so good, I want more, I want more. Zhang Yu was a little skeptical. Compared to my mother's energy cube, this one tastes better. I'm talking about energy, which one has more and is easier to absorb? Zhang Yu sighed and asked. This is delicious. The burning bug rubbed Zhang Yu flatteringly. This one, the energy is much higher, and it is very pure, so comfortable. That means this energy cube is much better, a top quality energy cube? It seems that I should let my mother test it tomorrow, and then let the two little guys try it. Zhang Yu touched his chin and thought. Afterwards, Zhang Yu exchanged for some superpowers and insect-related fruits, and then gave the prepared energy blocks to the burning bug. He found that the burning bug particularly liked to eat any kind of energy block. He even stopped watching the burning bug idol drama and just kept clinging to Zhang Yu. A little above. It hurts, be gentler. Yes, ah. That's the strength. Not bad. The burning insect was seen using its two front paws with difficulty to massage Zhang Yu, who was lying on the bed. Zhang Yu squinted his eyes comfortably, and it was not difficult to see a very satisfied expression on his face. Then he waved his hand. Here, your tip. I saw that half of the energy block in my hand disappeared in an instant. Zhang Yu just looked at the burning bug eating the energy cube in small bites, a smile unconsciously appeared on his face. He placed his hand on the burning bug's head, and a green energy emerged. Crack! A happy expression appeared on the face of the burning insect, and its body limply fell to the ground. Zhang Yu would use the power of evergreen on the burning bugs every day, which made him more and more proficient in mastering the power of evergreen. However, since it was the primary power of evergreen, its healing ability was very small, and it was more used to soothe and communicate with the Pokémons. At least after Zhang Yu used it, the burning bug sleeps very well every day, and drools every time it wakes up. It seems that water-based skills are just around the corner. Looking at the burning worm lying on the ground, Zhang Yu couldn't help but sigh, this kind of life is so good. The next morning, Zhang Yu found his mother and gave her the system's energy block. Mom, help me test this energy cube and see if it's any different from the one you gave me. Where is it from? It looks really good. A very rich trainer gave it to me during the battle yesterday. Tisk, there are so many rich people in Beijing, they can give away energy cubes like this easily. The energy block was detected very quickly and the result came out soon. Then I saw Xiaohua hurried over. This energy cube is the best I have ever seen, no doubt about it. It is better than the top-grade energy cubes issued by the Alliance, especially in terms of energy content and purity, it is much better, Xiaohua exclaimed. If your burning worms can keep eating this energy block, it will be more helpful for you to develop its potential. Go ask that trainer if you can buy some for the incendiary bugs. Even if it's expensive, Mom will pay for it. No one else can suffer but this child. Xiaohua spared no effort in cultivating Zhang Yu's first Pokémon, not only because of Incineroar's qualifications, but also because of Zhang Yu's firm choice for Incineroar. Yeah, I'll ask him later. He also really likes burning bugs, so he gave me a lot. It seems that the plan has changed. System coins should be used to make energy blocks. Skills can be purchased through Mother. After all, the doctor still has certain channels. Energy blocks can only be made through the system. Zhang Yu touched his chin with a slightly mature look. The ratio of system coins to tree fruits is not large. One system coin can be exchanged for one tree fruit, and 10 tree fruits are combined into one energy block. 6 system coins can be exchanged for 6,000 energy blocks, which can also be exchanged for insect, psychic and fire blocks. 2,000 of each attribute are enough to last for a while. However, there are too few ways to obtain system coins. System, please put in some effort. Chapter 16. After Zhang Yu completed the 10-game winning streak, he conducted in-depth analysis and improvements on the problems with the burning bugs. In the subsequent training, these issues were emphasized. During the training, Zhang Yu found that the burning bugs mastered the charged flame attack very quickly. Although they also mastered the insect bites quickly, it was obvious that their control over insect energy was not as good as fire energy. This might be because the burning bugs absorbed the fire energy from the two energies. After several days of training, he could perform sparks and silk spinning with ease, and he gradually became proficient in charging flame attacks and insect bites. What surprised Zhang Yu was that in the process of practicing insect bites, he also used insect resistance. After that, he practiced morning light and making a big fuss, and he did not do much training on other skills. Today Zhang Yu did not take the burning bug to train, but planned to go to the qualifying track hall to test the results of the training. Only in the process of practice can it be easier to find deficiencies, and it is also to enrich the experience of the burning bug. However, before going to the qualifying match, Zhang Yu planned to take a walk around the Pokémon building. The Pokémon building, as the name suggests, is where you can find everything related to Pokémons. When Zhang Yu came to the business circle, he couldn't help but sigh at the prosperity of Kyoto. Skyscrapers rise from the ground like steel giants, guarding this prosperous city. The towering buildings sparkle in the sun, demonstrating the prosperity and vitality of the modern city. Walking into the Pokémon building, Zhang Yu, who originally wanted to take the elevator, saw the dense crowd and decisively turned around and went to the escalator. While looking for the escalator, he happened to pass by the entrance and inadvertently caught a glimpse of two familiar figures. "Hey! I think I see a friend," said a girl wearing light blue jeans, a pink sweatshirt and a ponytail. Then she walked over with a boy who was wearing a black sportswear, had a little baby fat but was a little cute. Zhang Yu noticed the two of them out of the corner of his eye, but did not stop, obviously not wanting to be disturbed. "Zhang Yu, is that you?" A girl quickly walked behind Zhang Yu and patted him on the shoulder. Now I couldn't pretend I didn't see it. I could only turn around and look at the other person with a very surprised expression. "Yuzaki. Why are you here?" He is a professional when it comes to acting. "It's really you, Zhang Yu. School starts in a few days, so my childhood friend and I decided to go out for a walk while we still have some time. Oh, by the way, this is my childhood friend Chao Feng." Yuzaki pulled Chao Feng in front of Zhang Yu and introduced him enthusiastically. Zhang Yu looked at Chao Feng speechlessly and said, "How come I forgot something?" It turned out that he forgot to ask his mother where he could learn real-life fighting techniques last time. Chao Feng didn't expect that Yuzaki's friend was Zhang Yu, and then he looked at Saki. "Saki, I'm telling you to avoid interacting with abnormal people." Chao Feng looked at Zhang Yu with a vigilant look. "No, didn't I tell you before that I met a very strong person in the qualifying round, Zhang Yu? Let me tell you, I've fought with him before, and no matter how I tried to communicate with him, he wouldn't say a word. He was very cold and aloof. People like him are either very cunning or have very dark hearts." "Thank you for slandering me openly," Zhang Yu said speechlessly. Yuzaki looked at Chao Feng with disdain, obviously understanding what Chao Feng meant by communication. "What are you doing here? Let me take a look at the skills and props. That's perfect for us to be together. We are about to start school too. Let's see if we can improve our strength a little bit." Without waiting for Zhang Yu to refuse, he pulled Zhang Yu and Chao Feng forward. "How come this kid has such no sense of boundaries?" Zhang Yu complained slightly. The three of them came to the skill house on the 6th floor. Skill books were not provided directly here. Instead, one had to select the skills they liked on a tablet, which contained skill introductions and prices. There were so many skill books that after flipping through them for a while, Zhang Yu directly searched for rapid return. When Zhang Yu saw the search results, he was not surprised. There was no stock, but the price displayed was around 100 million yuan. After seeing the price, Zhang Yu was secretly shocked. "Wow, it's ridiculously expensive." I looked at quick return again, which costs around 80. Although it is a water attribute move, there are relatively few Pokémon that can learn it, but it is also very expensive. I looked at Charged Flame Strike and Bug Bite again. Wow, 40W and 80W respectively. Moreover, these are one-time skill books that contain the energy of the corresponding skills. As long as the Pokémon absorbs this energy, it can learn the skills. These two skills are only 4 in the system, and they are permanent. System, always God. I took a quick look at other skills and made a comparison in my mind. "Have you finished reading it?" Yuzaki asked when he saw Zhang Yu doing nothing. "Well, there is no skill suitable for burning bugs at the moment. I feel like Lariola's doesn't have enough skills. Do you have any suggestions?" In fact, both Ralts and its evolutions face the same problem. They are not fast enough and not strong enough, so they are either auxiliary or special attackers. You can choose a recovery skill or expand the attack range. Your Ralts should be evolving soon. After it evolves, it can learn life drops to recover, so you can expand the attack range. For example, the Lightning Fist, Fire Fist and Ice Fist can attack Dragon, Flying, Grass, Ground, Water, Insect, Steel, and Ice, a total of 6 attributes. Chao Feng's face seemed to say the 3 words "hurry up and praise me." Yuzaki, Zhang Yu and the staff looked at Chao Feng speechlessly. This customer has a really good eye. Taking the opponent by surprise in a battle is also a skill. Your opponent must be under a lot of psychological pressure. As a professional staff member, you obviously cannot let the customer down, and of course your opponent will be under a lot of pressure to laugh himself to death. What should I choose for my Seduc? Chao Feng muttered to himself, as if waiting for someone to reply to him. Lightning Fist, Fire Fist and Ice Fist are also good, Zhang Yu said seriously, touching his chin. Yuzaki rolled his eyes at the two of them and continued to choose skills. Finally, Yuzaki chose Freezing Wind 55W, which can not only increase the attack area but also slow down the opponent. It is also a special attack skill, so it is a good choice. Then the three of them went to the props floor on the 8th floor. Since the burning worm is 4 times weaker to rocks, it is very likely that it will be seriously injured by the rock spikes when it appears on the stage. Therefore, thick-soled boots are Zhang Yu's primary goal, followed by leftovers, which can increase endurance. If neither works, then Wenaya fruit or Musa fruit will also work. Zhang Yu also considered the aura shawl, but then he thought that he definitely couldn't afford such a life-extending item. After browsing around, Zhang Yu saw the product introduction. Thick-soled boots, Class C, 200W. Leftovers, Grade C, 500W. Momentum cloak, Class C, 1000W. In this world, props are also divided into grades. For example, evolution stones can evolve Pokémon, but it is no exaggeration to say that the effects of C-grade and S-grade evolution stones are very different. S-grade evolution stones can not only evolve Pokémon, but also improve their energy control and affinity, and even improve certain qualifications, while some inferior evolution stones can even cause evolution failure. S-level items will be snapped up as soon as they appear. You can't buy them even if you have money. They are something you can only encounter by chance. It's so expensive. Zhang Yu couldn't help but feel distressed. Raising Pokémon is a very expensive thing. Even though he has a system, once there are too many Pokémon, the system will not be able to take care of them. He needs a stable way to make money. In fact, when he saw that the skills were one-time, he wondered whether he could teach the system skills to others by charging a fee. However, he immediately rejected this method. If he really dared to do this, no one would know how he disappeared the next day. The system's energy blocks cannot be sold. Like the system skills, this will only bring trouble. Alas, having a system that is too good is also a kind of trouble. After some thought, Zhang Yu decided to use the system coins to purchase energy blocks. After all, the energy blocks have a huge impact on the Pokémons, whether it is energy absorption, control, or physical fitness, they have a direct impact, and the system's energy blocks are much higher than the top-level energy blocks. This kind of investment will only bring greater returns over time. Chapter 17. After arriving at the ranking hall, I was taken to the service room as usual, but the referee this time was not the woman before, but a middle-aged man who looked very mature. Then, a middle-aged man with a scholarly air and a seemingly rebellious teenager with messy and wild hair and wearing a worn jacket walked in. The middle-aged man who came with the young man walked to the spectator seats. "Please prepare for battle," the referee said without any hesitation. "Go ahead, Burning Bug. Break it, Squirtle. Kami Kami." Zhang Yu frowned and looked at the Squirtle. Pokémon, Kami Squirtle. Attribute, Water. Gender, Male. Features, Rip Current. Level, 19, Novice Peak. Qualification, Quasi King. Moves. Burning Bug is 2 times weak to water. Squirtle's physical attack and special attack are already strong, and its double defense is even better. Burning Bug is also at a disadvantage in speed. After training, Burning Bug is only level 13. It's a completely disadvantageous start, Zhang Yu couldn't help but sigh. However, this did not affect Zhang Yu's mentality. The road ahead is long and difficult. If the road ahead is smooth sailing, then what is the point of him reaching the top? The Burning Bug uses Silk Spin on the ground. Cram Squirt Water Jet. Water Jet is a skill that can be launched preemptively by mobilizing all the energy in the body in an instant. Zhang Yu was not familiar with this skill, so he did not take precautions. The burning insect was interrupted before it could use its silk spinning ability, and it stood there in a daze. Take advantage of the moment when the burning insects have no time to react. Kami Squirtle, use the water gun, then use high-speed rotation to get close to it, don't let it use the silk spinning. After using the water gun very quickly, Stottle immediately retracted into its shell, and then rotated its shell to quickly approach the burning worm. The high-speed rotation can not only quickly approach the opponent to cause damage, but also increase Stottle's speed. Burning Bug, jump up and use Silk Spray on the ground, and use Morning Light while falling. After hearing the order, the burning worm immediately jumped up and spit out a large amount of silk without hesitation. The Stolet, which rolled to the position before the burning worm, was covered with silk. When Stottle came out of its shell, it did not see the burning worm or the silk all over its body, and was a little confused for a moment. The jumping Incineroar successfully avoided Stolet's water gun and high-speed rotation, but it was unable to move during the falling process, which means it had to take Stolet's water skills head-on. The young man was stunned for a moment. He didn't expect Zhang Yu to be able to break this extremely oppressive combo so perfectly, but he came to his senses in an instant. Squirtle, in the sky, use water wave on the burning bug. Sure enough, the opponent seized the opportunity when the burning bug jumped up, but this was a foreseeable judgment, so Zhang Yu let the falling burning bug use morning light. After coming to his senses, Stotle quickly used water wave on burning worm. After burning worm took the water wave head-on, a ray of morning light immediately fell on burning worm's body after it landed, and the burning worm's injuries improved significantly. A good countermeasure. If he doesn't jump up, he will at least be hit by one of Stotle's skills. Although the burning worm may use its bug-type skills to cause damage to Stotle, it won't hurt Stotle. And Squirtle still has the advantage of speed, so we can say that we have a sure win. But now that Squirtle's speed has dropped significantly, the burning bug has more opportunities. The most important thing is that after cracking it perfectly, I accurately guessed the next move of Turtle. I recovered from my injuries through the morning light, which means I managed to dodge 3 skills without any damage and slow down Squirtle. What an excellent combat awareness, the middle-aged man on the side muttered to himself. But is morning light a skill that burning bugs can learn? Squirtle, rush over and use bite. Burn the bug, charge up the flame attack, get close to him and use the bug bite. At such a close distance, neither of them used skills that would require unnecessary movements, but instead chose hand-to-hand combat. Both sides' skills hit the target, and both showed painful expressions, but no one retreated. The burning bug approaches Squirtle by charging up its flames, and upon hitting it, it will directly use its bug bite. However, the fire attribute skill of charged flame attack can only cause a small amount of damage, so this battle can only rely on the insect skills of the burning bug. After the burning bug uses the charged flame attack, its speed increases. Although it has a reverse attribute, the initiative has been transferred to the burning bug. The young man frowned, obviously realizing this. Turtle, retract into the shell, then use high-speed rotation to create distance. Good opportunity. Zhang Yu thought after seeing Squirtle's actions. Besides, how could Zhang Yu, who had finally taken the initiative, give it up? Burn the bug, press down its shell, and then use the most powerful spark inside the shell. I saw terrifying fire energy condensing in the mouth of the burning insect. Press the turtle shell and spray inside. With a loud bang, a huge explosion occurred under the burning insect. Although water restrains fire, don't forget that fire has temperature. Pokémons are creatures with flesh and blood. As long as they are living creatures, except for fire Pokémons, no creature can withstand high temperatures. Moreover, retracting into the shell will only make it impossible for the fire energy to dissipate inside, further condensing the fire energy, leading to internal instability and explosion. Even the burning worm had to loosen its grip on the turtle shell. Too hot. I saw the Stotle with gas coming out of its shell, and the part where the shell touched the flesh even made a sizzling sound. It's chilling, and it feels like you're being roasted. Stotle stood up shakily, with burns on skin tissue visible to the naked eye. Eventually, he couldn't withstand the serious injuries and fell to the ground. After Stotle fell, his face remained determined, with one eye closed and the other open. He held on to the ground defiantly and tried hard to stand up. What an admirable opponent, Zhang Yu and Burning Bug thought at the same time. The middle-aged man and the referee frowned as they watched the scene in front of them. Then he looked at the boy. The boy gritted his teeth and said, "I give up." Ling Zhepeng admits defeat. The winner of this match is Zhang Yu. As soon as he finished speaking, Squirtle fell to the ground as if he could not hold on. The boy immediately took back Stotle and ran towards the treatment center. Clap clap! What a wonderful battle! The middle-aged man clapped and walked up to Zhang Yu. Great job burning bugs, extra meal tonight. Zhang Yu came back to his senses, looked at the middle-aged man and took back the burning insect. From your appearance, you should be in the 3rd year of high school. Yes. Have you considered any universities? Not considering it yet. The middle-aged man took out his business card and handed it to Zhang Yu. Let me introduce myself. I am Peng Cheng, Director of the Early Admissions Office of Beijing University. This is my business card. You may consider our school. Although you may have heard of our university, I still want to talk about it. Jingcheng University, the strongest university in the Shenzhou Alliance. If you have any ideas, please contact me. After saying that, he turned around and left without waiting for Zhang Yu to reply. As the director of the early admissions office of Beijing University, he has long been accustomed to dealing with all kinds of talented people. Although Zhang Yu is outstandingly talented, in his eyes, he is just one of many outstanding students. Early batch. Zhang Yu murmured as he looked at the other person's back. Chapter 18. In the backyard of the research institute, Zhang Yu and the burning bug were lying on the lawn, with two little guys jumping around on the burning bug. Caw, it's a bit itchy. Not only did the two little guys not stop, but they used their little claws to pull at the burning bugs. The burning insect flicked its claws, and all of them flew away one by one without any bias. Wang! Ow! The two little guys that were flung away ran over and attacked the burning bugs. Seeing this, Zhang Yu sat up, picked up the two little guys in one hand, and then shook them in front of him. Little guy, we have to go. The Grolithe, which was originally grinning, became visibly depressed, and Vulpix also let out a weak cry. After a month of getting along, Zhang Yu and Burning Bug have established a deep relationship with these two little guys. Pokémons are very pure. They will remember and follow whoever is nice to them and plays with them. Not to mention that these three were just born recently. Holding the little ones against his chest, the two little ones curled up quietly in Zhang Yu's arms. By the way, I almost forgot. Zhang Yu put the two little ones on his lap and then took out the iron box from his backpack. This is a gift for you. Open the iron box, and it is filled with system version energy blocks. The two kids' eyes lit up when they saw the energy cube inside, and they swallowed unconsciously. Wang! Ow! Haha, he is indeed a child. The little greedy cat can never escape the law of true fragrance. After a plane landed in Anken, a boy who looked young but somewhat cool sat on the seat of the airport bus. Xiaoshihua did not come back with Zhang Yu. Her vacation was over and she returned to the research institute in Shanghai. And the reason she was able to have such a long vacation was entirely because Xiaoshihua had rarely taken a vacation before, and she slowly saved up some time to come back and see Zhang Yu. Looking at the city in front of him, although only a month had passed, Zhang Yu felt a little unfamiliar. From the time he traveled here, slowly accepted his identity, and then chose this child and left West City, everything has changed. It's still the familiar city, but Zhang Yu is no longer the same Zhang Yu. I got home, threw my backpack on the sofa, threw the advanced ball, and a flash of light passed by. The newly emerged burning insect looked curiously at the strange room, looking east and west, and carefully pushed the tumbler with its little paws. Seeing the tumbler swaying from side to side, the burning bug took a few steps back and grabbed Zhang Yu's clothes with its little claws. I'm not scared. He said this as if to encourage himself. I lay on the sofa, crossed my legs, and ignored the burning bugs coming in and out. The house had 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a bathroom, and was 100 square meters, not too big or too small. After a while, the novelty wore off. School starts the day after tomorrow, and Zhang Yu plans to go to the training center again tomorrow. After a month of exploration, Zhang Yu discovered many problems. First of all, the origin of the burning bug is definitely problematic. My previous thinking has been influenced by the game data from my previous life. Maybe my previous speculation is wrong, especially the 2 energies. Figure out what happened to the burning worm, solve the problem of the 2 energies in it, help it absorb, and even change the upper limit of the burning worm. Maybe you can even unlock new achievements. Looking at the burning bug in front of me like a curious baby. Spirit, burning bug. Attribute, insect fire. Gender female. Features, flame body. Level, 14. Qualification, quasi-master. Moves. After yesterday's qualifying match, the burning bug successfully reached level 14. Especially the first battle with the young man made Zhang Yu discover some problems. If you want to lay a solid foundation, your level cannot be increased too quickly. This results in the burning bug being at a disadvantage in speed in every battle, making it very passive. Relying too much on skills such as silk spinning or charged flame attack that accelerate or decelerate. Zhang Yu had never used the skill of spinning silk in his previous life, but he did not expect that he would become an expert in it in this life. Fortunately, after these battles, the burning insect has become more and more proficient in spinning silk. Zhang Yu no longer needs to give commands. Once the burning insects appear on the field, they will directly spread their silk to cover the surrounding area. However, the disadvantages are also obvious. It must touch the skin to be effective, and it will become more passive once encountering an opponent that can destroy the silk. Fortunately, the energy accumulating flame attack can accelerate. Zhang Yu increasingly felt that the skill tree of the burning worm was misplaced. Although I have so many skills, I don't know how to use many of them. I must put skill proficiency training on the agenda. The skills that the burning insect can now skillfully use include sparks, silk spinning, charged flame attack, and insect bite. The ones that can be used but lack proficiency are insect resistance, morning light, make a big trouble, and mind hammer. The ones that have no proficiency are insect chirping, butterfly dance, fire dance, wind rising, heat wind, and wrath powder. It is useless to raise the wind, because without wings, there is no way to practice. Any of the insect chirp, butterfly dance, fire dance, heat wind, and angry powder is a top-notch skill. Butterfly dance seems to be a skill that the incinerator can learn after evolving into the Vulcan Moth, Zhang Yu suddenly thought. This proves that butterfly dance should be a skill that can be mastered instinctively, and we should try to practice butterfly dance. After thinking about it, Zhang Yu believes that the priority of skill training should be mind hammer, morning light, insect resistance, making a big rough, and butterfly dance. And the most important point is that Zhang Yu thought about it for a long time before he discovered it. Although the burning worm's physical attack racial stat is much higher than its special attack, the burning worm's energy talent is obvious. Sparks the size of flames were ejected. Even Pokémons of much higher levels than the burning bug had never had energy stronger than that of the burning bug. Even a doctor like my mom had never seen such a talent. Zhang Yu kept reminding himself that his thinking was limited by the concept of racial value. This was the real world, not a string of data. Each Pokémon has its own characteristics, and each individual is unique. We should find their strengths and train them accordingly. Whether now or in the future, the advantage of the burning worm will always be its incomprehensible energy intensity. We cannot allocate all our resources to training in physical attack. Physical attack is only a means of attack for the burning bug, and the final blow lies in energy. But it does not mean that the burning bug should give up training in physical attack. Although the racial value may not be correct, it is still of reference value. There was one more thing Zhang Yu had to consider. It is understood that the early batch starts in the second half of the senior year. Based on the students' personal grades and abilities, some key universities will issue admission invitations to outstanding students in advance. In other words, you don't have to take the college entrance examination and can be admitted directly. Then, in the second semester of senior year, I participated in training activities for outstanding freshmen held by various universities. The early batch can save a lot of time and allow trainers to focus more on training. As for how to demonstrate the strength of the Pokémon, we have to mention the college Pokémon competition. The high school Pokémon contest, commonly known as the High School Cup, is called the Baby Cup by other trainers. This is a competition specially prepared for senior high school students, but the area is limited to the province. Therefore, the gold content in different regions is also uneven. The number of Pokémons required to participate in the College Cup is 2. But Zhang Yu only has the burning bug. It looks like it's time to consider the candidate for the second Pokémon. Chapter 19. The next morning, looking at the impatient burning insect, Zhang Yu sighed and touched its head with heartache. Ever since it talked to the burning bug about its life experience, it has been feeling an indescribable emotion. Why did parents abandon themselves? Was it force majeure, or, it always makes one think pessimistically. But when I thought about meeting Zhang Yu, the sadness in my heart gradually faded away. Let's go, burning bug. You are the incarnation of the sun and will not abandon your own children. I always believe that. Zhang Yu comforted them and put the burning bug back into the ball. As if agreeing with Zhang Yu's words, the ball hanging around his waist shook. Not long after, Zhang Yu came to the training center again. Looking at the familiar scene, he couldn't help but sigh. Then he went to the front desk and retrieved the information that Zhang Yu had filled out when he chose the burning bug. Sure enough, there was that person's name. I still remember the staff member's surprised look when he saw Zhang Yu chose to burn the insect eggs. He obviously knew some inside information. Hello, I am a student who received a Pokémon here last month. I would like to find the staff member who was in charge of the bug Pokémon at the time. I have some questions for him. Oh, by the way, if you tell him about burning the eggs, maybe he'll remember it. Okay, please wait. In the office, the person in charge who received the call thought of Zhang Yu who took away the burning insect eggs, and seemed helpless. It was obvious that he regarded Zhang Yu as someone who was looking for trouble because of the hatching failure. I said that kind of eggs shouldn't be put in there, hey. However, I had already asked him at the time, so even if there were any problems, it had nothing to do with me. Haha, I'm just a student. The advantage is mine. Not long after, the person in charge came to the front desk. Before Zhang Yu could speak, he said impatiently, the hatching failed. I have confirmed with you before. If there is a problem, it has nothing to do with me. I want to ask about the source of the egg. Zhang Yu noticed that the person in charge's tone was wrong and felt puzzled. I'm not here to call you to task. The person in charge was stunned for a moment. Then he snorted in his heart, he is so thoughtful at such a young age, you are too naive to think that he can let down his guard. What does it have to do with you? Do you want them to compensate you with an egg? The person in charge did not hide his aggressiveness. What kind of Pokémon do you think the burning worm is? Why do you want another one before it hatches? For a country bumpkin who has never seen the world, he is just lucky enough to come across this egg, otherwise he probably wouldn't even know what a burning bug is. Looking at the aggressive person in charge, Zhang Yu threw the Pokeball directly without any nonsense. With a bang, the burning bug appeared beside Zhang Yu and rubbed against him affectionately. On the other hand, the person in charge was shocked when he saw the burning bug. How could it be possible? The person in charge stammered, unable to believe it. See? The size of the burning worm, its hair, and its condition. As the person in charge, you must understand, right? Zhang Yu said to the person in charge while stroking the burning worm. As the person in charge of the insect system, he knew the value of the burning insect too well. Often the talent of an Pokémon could be seen from its size, and the size of this burning insect was unprecedented. He admitted that he was jealous. My dear brother, this burning bug may have been placed in the bug room by mistake by our staff. I hope you can return it to us. Our training center has just received a batch of Pokémons with good qualifications, such as caterpillars and unicorns. These two are both powerful Pokémon. They only need to be level 10 to evolve. They are much more powerful than the burning bugs. I remember you asked me whether I would choose to burn the eggs, which means you allowed it. There was no way Zhang Yu would admit that this was the mistake of an employee at the breeding center, otherwise they would have a reason to take back the burning bugs. Zhang Yu was not afraid either, because there was surveillance as evidence. However, Zhang Yu did not mention the issue of surveillance, otherwise he would delete the surveillance after Zhang Yu left, and Zhang Yu would never be able to clear himself even if he jumped into the Yellow River. Don't talk nonsense. A burning bug, just miss home. Tell me where the egg came from, Zhang Yu asked forcefully. Zhang Yu knew too well how to deal with this kind of villain. He had to be strong and firm. This kind of person bullies the weak and fears the strong. The weaker you are, the stronger he is, and the stronger you are, the weaker he is. This is the egg given to us by the Wild Pokémon Emergency Center. Seeing Zhang Yu so strong, the person in charge frowned and said, "Oh, just let you be happy for a while he deals with the surveillance issue. After a while when you forget about this matter, he will bring relevant personnel to catch you off guard," the person in charge thought with gritted teeth. After achieving his goal, Zhang Yu did not leave, but said to the front desk. I lost my phone when I chose the Pokémon last time, and I hope to retrieve the surveillance footage from that time. After a while, Zhang Yu followed the staff to the monitoring room, retrieved the footage at that time, and then recorded it with his mobile phone. Seeing this, the person in charge's face was as gloomy as the sky before a storm, and his eyes were flashing with unwilling anger. Finally, I could only return to the office in disappointment. After leaving the training center, Zhang Yu sighed helplessly. I am still too impulsive. I shouldn't act on impulse. There is no need to waste my time and energy on such a person. The Wild Pokémon Emergency Center is quite far from the city center, almost at the edge of the city. If you walk a little further you will reach the Evergreen Forest. Evergreen Forest is one of the 7 largest forests in the world and one of the 4 largest forests in the Shenzhou Alliance. It covers an area as large as 20 western cities and has rich Pokémon resources and natural resources. Many rare Pokémon live in it, so it attracts many thieves, commonly known as Pokémon hunters. In order to build a harmonious society between humans and Pokémon and protect wild Pokémon, the Alliance has established a patrol organization, including the Wild Pokémon Emergency Center. As the name suggests, this is an organization that rescues wild Pokémon. If the rescued Pokémon are willing to stay in human society, the organization will send them to breeding centers or some trainers based on their qualifications. After arriving at the Wild Pokémon Emergency Center, Zhang Yu happened to meet a team that had just returned from patrol. While the team leader was filling out the inspection report at the front desk, he happened to hear Zhang Yu asking about the burning insect eggs. The eggs of a burning beetle? I do know a little information. I picked up a burning beetle egg in the wild last month, but the egg was too weak to be rescued by the rescue center. I heard that it was sent to a breeding center, and I don't know what happened to it. Is it the one you are looking for? The captain said from time to time while writing the report. Zhang Yu's eyes lit up. He didn't expect to get the relevant information so quickly. He hurried to the captain. Zhang Yu stretched out his right hand naturally, with his palm facing up and his fingers slightly bent, forming an elegant handshake posture. With a gentle smile on his face, people can feel his sincerity and kindness. Hello, I am Zhang Yu, a senior high school student who is collecting burning insect eggs at the training center. Seeing this, the captain looked at Zhang Yu's immature and cold face and was slightly stunned. Looking at such young children, I sighed that Zhang Yu has good parenting, as few of the children knew how to shake hands and introduce themselves. Hello, I am Patrol Captain Zheng Gang. Zheng Gang came to his senses and stretched out his hand to shake hands with Zhang Yu. The reason I came here is to find out about the origins of the burning bug. Oh, yes, come out, burning bug. After a flash of light, a burning insect appeared in front of everyone. Zheng Gang walked forward and looked at the burning insect happily with clear eyes, without any jealousy or envy. Great, I thought you would. It is not difficult to hear that Zheng Gang is genuinely happy. This may be the reason why he can be the captain of the patrol team. He loves Pokémons from the bottom of his heart. After the child was born, he missed his parents a little, so I wanted to know where his parents are. Zheng Gang thought for a moment and spoke slowly. Actually, I don't know where the burning worm's parents are either. When we first saw the child, it was held in the arms of a nanny bug, followed closely by an old monster. We arrived and successfully rescued the child. At that time, I thought the nanny bug would take the child back to the territory of the Vulcan Moth. Later, I found that the nanny bug had returned to its own territory. It was later learned that there was no habitat for the Vulcan Moth in the evergreen forest, nor was there a place suitable for the incendiary bug to live. The reason why the nanny bugs hold the eggs is because of their nature. As parenting Pokémon, they love eggs and small Pokémon. Oh, thanks for your reply. It's okay. I'm glad that the Infernape found a responsible trainer like you. Nowadays, many trainers only use Pokémon as a tool to climb up the ladder, Zheng Gang sighed. Zhang Yu and Zheng Gang then communicated with each other and added their contact information. Changpan Forest is a famous forest, so there is no reason for Zhang Yu not to come here in the future. It would be a good opportunity for him to learn more about it with Zheng Gang. Zhang Yu felt a little headache as he did not solve the problem as he wished. He only knew one clue: the burning bug should not be the Pokémon of Evergreen Forest. Is it possible that the Pokémon hunters brought it from other places, and due to the uneven distribution of the spoils, there was an internal conflict, which resulted in the Pokémon eggs being preserved intact? The clues end here, and there is almost no possibility of finding out the origin of the burning worm. Chapter 20. On the first day of school, sunlight shines through the classroom windows and onto the wooden desks, creating mottled shadows. In the classroom, the air seems to be filled with excitement and anticipation, and the voices of the students merge into a lively symphony. They stood or sat, gathered in groups of 3 or 5, and talked about interesting and new things during the holidays. Zhang Yu, Su Jianqian, and Wenhao gathered together. Zhang Yu, let's fight. I heard that the mini ice from Baidaran in class 2 is close to the normal level, and the Nidorino from class 4 is almost there too, and. Su Jianqian said quietly, rolling her eyes at Wenhao. So fast? My Charmeleon just evolved yesterday. Wenhao found it hard to believe that there was someone better than him. Yes, my new leaf cat is still some distance away from evolving, and this is the result of my daily Pokémon battle cram school. Thinking of the days of getting up early every day for cram school, Su Jianqian couldn't help but shudder. Me too, my dad takes me to training every day, it seems like everyone is the same, so I feel relieved. Zhang Yu, what level is your burning bug? Su Jianqian looked at Zhang Yu curiously. It should be similar to your new leaf cat. So fast, you must go to cram school every day, too. Su Jianqian suddenly felt like she had found her organization and said with glee. Haha, it turns out that human happiness is built on the pain of others. It is also related to the energy cube, Zhang Yu couldn't help but think. No, I played more than 10 ranked matches. Qualifying round. Su Jianqian exclaimed. You are worthy of being my best friend. I was right about you. You are as full of fighting spirit as I am. Wen Hao couldn't help but show off his biceps. The two did not ask about winning or losing. After all, it was good enough for a newly born Pokémon not to be abused in the ranking match. Not long after, the head teacher came to the podium with a lot of documents. Be quiet, classmates. Next, I will talk about the arrangements for this semester. First of all, I have good news for you all. According to the registration data of the senior high school students, all the senior high school Pokémons have successfully passed the growth period, so the outdoor adventure activities that you are most looking forward to will be held in advance. Oh yeah! Oh ho 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 ho! There were cheers from the students below the podium. So in the first week of school, the school will mainly teach you wilderness survival and some basic medical knowledge. Unqualified students are not allowed to participate in outdoor adventure activities. Ah! Sure enough, a very consistent voice of reluctance came from below. It's the first day of school. There are no classes in the afternoon. You can go home after your school. Lao Li loves you. Let's go, which little brat just said he wanted to abuse me? Fuck, who's afraid of who? Let's go fight. The children who just got the Pokémons all want to prove that they are the strongest. It's good to be young. The head teacher shook his head and walked out of the classroom. Let's go, Zhang Yu, let's go fight. Sure enough, just as Zhang Yu thought, Wen Hao did not miss such a good opportunity. There are too many people fighting, we may not be able to get a place, Su Jianqian said after thinking for a while. It's okay, let's go to my gym. Wen Hao waved his hand and made the decision. The second generation is so terrifying, Zhang Yu and Su Jianqian thought. Then Wen Hao brought Zhang Yu and Su Jianqian to the gym. In the backyard of the gym, Su Jianqian was the referee. Game start. Come on, my Infernape, let's defeat the enemy with our love. Very good, passionate and eloquent speech. Spirit, Fire Monkey. Attribute, Fire Fighting. Gender, Male. Features, Fire. Level, 16, Novice. Qualification, Gym. Moves. Zhang Yu threw the Pokeball and the burning bug appeared. Zhang Yu. Why didn't you shout out your lines? Are you scared by the fighting spirit between me and Infernape? Afterwards, Wen Hao and Infernape made the same pose in sync, showing off their proud biceps. What you love is not the Pokémon, but your biceps, Zhang Yu couldn't help but complain. In terms of attributes, Infernape has the advantage. It has 4 times the resistance to insects and twice the resistance to fire. Fortunately, the burning bug has twice the resistance to fighting, so it's not too bad. Are you a decent burning insect? Why do you start spinning silk as soon as you come out? Burning worms use sparks. Infernape uses taunt. In order to prevent the incinerator from using silk spin again, Wen Hao chose to let Infernape use provoke, so that the incinerator could only use attacking moves. Attach the flames to the solace of the feet and rush forward, then use the thunder fist on the burning bug. I saw a column of fire shooting up into the sky and spraying towards the fire monkey. The Infernape was caught off guard and hit by the sparks. Fortunately, Infernape has double the fire resistance, otherwise it might have been seriously injured. Fuck, are you sparking? Wen Hao was obviously confused by the operation of the burning worm. No matter how resistant Infernape is to fire, it can't withstand a few sparks of such power. If you spit at him a few more times, he'll just admit defeat. This further strengthens Wen Hao's idea of engaging in close combat. Burning worm, small power, continue to use sparks frequently. There was no reason for Zhang Yu to let Wen Hao engage in close combat so easily. The burning bug understood Zhang Yu's idea, and saw sparks with less power spewing out of its mouth. Charizard, don't be impatient, avoid the sparks, and then find an opportunity to get close. It is easier to dodge without using skills, and Infernape is faster than Incinerator. After being hit by another small power spark, Infernape successfully arrived in front of the burning bug. This Infernape's fire hasn't been triggered yet. Once the Inferno is triggered, the incinerator will be unable to withstand a few hits from Infernape's flaming fists. The basic power of the flame fist is very impressive. The raging fire can increase the power of fire skills by 1.5 times, and the power of this skill is also 1.5 times. The burning bug is not resistant to fire and will only suffer normal damage if hit by fire skills. It must be killed immediately after it triggers the raging fire, Zhang Yu thought with a frown. The final blow can only be dealt by choosing between the normal type move Mad Harassment and the psychic type move Mind Hammer. Without hesitation, Zhang Yu chose the Mind Hammer. Both skills were not skills of the same system, but they were very effective in restraining Infernape and could deal multiple damages. Burning Bug, charge forward with flame attack. Zhang Yu shouted decisively that at such a close distance, at the critical moment, speed was not an advantage, and taking the initiative was crucial. Infernape, let it feel our love, Flame Fist. The Burning Bug and Infernape wrestled with each other instantly. After the charged flame attacked Infernape, its muscles tensed, veins bulged, and its feet pressed hard against the ground. After sliding for a distance, Infernape stabilized its body, and flames all over its body erupted like gushing magma, triggering its fire attribute. Then he swung his fist and hit the burning bug's body hard. A shock wave spread across the burning bug's body, and the burning bug curled up in pain visibly. It hurts. The burning bug's face was distorted almost beyond recognition, and it cried out in pain. Zhang Yu had never seen a burning bug in so much pain, and he suppressed his worry. As long as we can hold on to the last blow, we will win, Burning Bug. Full strength mental hammer. We can win. After hearing Zhang Yu's order, Wen Hao also realized that it was time for a decisive victory. Infernape, the final blow, a full strength flaming fist, knock it away. Very fierce. Purple energy gathered on the forehead of the burning bug like a vortex. At the same time, red energy condensed on the fist of the Infernape, like a burning flame. The two looked at each other with determination in their eyes. The tense atmosphere reached its climax, and then they roared and rushed towards each other. Click! Fierce! Bang! The collision of the two energies made a deafening noise, and everything around seemed to be shocked by this force. The smoke gradually dissipated, revealing the scene after the battle. The burning insect was still standing. Although its body was shaking a little, its eyes were still firm. The purple energy on its forehead had dissipated, but what remained was an unyielding aura. On the opposite side, the Infernape had gradually fallen down, its body lying powerlessly on the ground with its fists still clenched, as if it was still preparing to launch the final attack. The red energy had dissipated from its fists, but its unyielding appearance was deeply shocking. Although the burning bug won this battle, it also paid a huge price. Both of them showed their courage and determination in this battle and are opponents worthy of respect. Infernape loses its ability to fight, and the incinerator wins. Very well done, Fire Monkey. Burning Bug, you are the best. Both sides took back their Pokémon. As expected of my best friend, it was a very satisfying fight. Your burning bugs are so strong. I will definitely beat you next time. Wen Hao's defeat did not make him depressed or discouraged, but instead further stimulated his fighting spirit. You two are so strong, Su Jianqian exclaimed. You are so strong, Wen Hao, Zhang Yu exclaimed. Ha 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 ha, of course. Let's go and eat. I won't let you off easily when you come to my home ground. Chapter 21. Ah! It's finally over. Zhang Yu stretched himself and then collapsed on the burning bug, and couldn't help but sigh. Seeing the burning bug beside him looking tired, Zhang Yu rubbed it lovingly. Rub. In the week after the battle with Wen Hao, Zhang Yu and the burning bug did a lot of training, especially training on Morning Light, Mind Hammer and Butterfly Dance. The effect of the training is very significant. I have already mastered the Morning Light and the Mind Hammer skillfully. Butterfly Dance has also shown initial results. Although it cannot be fully used, it can at least slightly increase special attack, special defense, and speed in battle. At the same time, in order to enable the three to perform better in the adventure, Wen Hao's father Wenhan conducted special physical training for the three and the Pokémons. It can only be said that he is worthy of being the fighting gym master. His understanding of the Pokémon's body is beyond Zhang Yu's imagination. During this time, Zhang Yu also learned a lot of ways to improve the Pokémon's ability to withstand attacks. The most significant improvement is the ability of the burning bug's body to withstand attacks. Before, it could only barely withstand 2 fire punches from Infernape in the fierce fire state, but now it can at least withstand the 4th fire punch. Director Wenheng was also very surprised at the growth of the burning bug. He thought that the burning bug would fall under the 4th punch, but in the final battle, it withstood the 4th punch and made Wenhao lose. But what surprised Zhang Yu the most was that the burning worm tried to fuse the 2 energies every day, and now it has successfully merged with the original energy, causing a significant qualitative change in the flame of the burning worm. This obvious qualitative change was due to the fact that the fire energy in its body awakened the fire energy of the Phoenix King that the burning bug absorbed last time, and after the fusion of the 2 energies, the fire energies were all converted into the fire energy of the Phoenix King, making the flame emitted by the burning bug now similar to the flame of the Phoenix King, warm, noble, and powerful. This also further confirmed Zhang Yu's guess about the source of the 2 energies. If he continued the fusion, it would be great if he could master that skill. Zhang Yu couldn't help but imagine the day when the burning bugs would be as dazzling as the sun. At the assembly point the next day, a group of senior high school students were busy gathering together. Even the scorching sun could not hide the enthusiasm and anticipation on their faces. "Okay, students, be quiet for a moment." The head teacher clapped his hands, then said seriously, "Before you leave, I will repeat my request again. No personal attacks. You can only move around the periphery. You are not allowed to climb over the fence and go deep into the evergreen forest. There is a locator on the bracelet I gave you. If you give up, press the rescue button on it and a flare will be fired. Just wait where you are." The activity adopts a points system. 1 point for every hour of survival. We have hung scorecards on some Pokémons, and you need to defeat these Pokémons to get points. The red dots on the map are patrol Pokémons. Fight them and they will give you scores. The top 10 will receive rewards. The higher the ranking, the higher the reward. The first place winner can go to the treasury to select a skill book. Second place C rank Soothing Bell. The third stone of immutability. Perform well. Your event is being watched by leaders from key universities, including Beijing University, Magic City University, Zikan University, Hanwha University, Kuadu University, etc. This will also have an impact on your admission to university. After taking the students to the designated location, the inspector left. When Zhang Yu entered the evergreen forest, he had a wonderful feeling and felt very relaxed, as if he had returned home. Suddenly, Zhang Yu seemed to understand something and used the power of Changpan. A breeze blew by, and the leaves swayed gently, making a rustling sound, which was like the whisper of nature, causing the power of Changpan to flash slightly. At this moment, the green energy in Zhang Yu's hand became more condensed, and there was some kind of vitality in it that was cheering. Congratulations to the host for receiving the blessing of Evergreen Forest. Primary Viridian Force upgraded to Intermediate Viridian Force. Intermediate Evergreen Power. Looking down at the green energy in my hand, I felt that it contained the mystery of life. Zhang Yu had a feeling that he could gain unlimited vitality in the Evergreen Forest. It turns out that the legend is true. The power of Evergreen is a blessing from Evergreen Forest. This magical forest has its own consciousness. I wonder what price I will pay to gain this power. All gifts have already been secretly marked with prices. Zhang Yu shook his head slightly, trying to get rid of those chaotic thoughts from his mind. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and let his excited mood gradually calm down. Looking at the forest in front of him and releasing the burning insects, Zhang Yu walked in without hesitation. As he advanced, Zhang Yu did not encounter many Pokémons, and the Pokémons he encountered were not as wary of humans as the inspectors described. Didn't you see that Zhang Yu was holding a walking grass in his arms, and he couldn't drive it away no matter how hard he tried? The parents of this walking cat were probably playing with their mobile phones and didn't even notice that their child was lost. Swish, swish. Suddenly, there was a noise coming from the bushes ahead. Zhang Yu stared at the bushes motionlessly. The burning bugs were ready to attack, and the walking grass was no longer noisy, looking ready for battle. Swish swish. A little flower jumped in front of everyone. Phew, you are such a nerd but you are so mysterious. He thought you were something else. The evolution of the Buttera, this Pokémon looks just like a plant. Its yellow horn head is very large, and its mouth is also enlarged. It has a brown tail hook, and 2 leaves grow on both sides of the yellow flower. It has big round black eyes, and 3 dark yellow spots on its forehead. This mouth-sucking flower is not very serious. The round scoreboard is neither too big nor too small, and it just fits the mouth of the mouth-sucking flower vertically. The moment Cao Dehua saw Zhang Yu, it remembered the shameful thing that human had done to it before, and swung out the whip at the fastest speed in its life. Burning Bug, Sparks. After training, the Burning Bug had already established a tacit understanding with Zhang Yu, and immediately understood what Zhang Yu meant, emitting the smallest spark and hitting the Cao Deka. The moment Cao Dehua fell down, she couldn't help but shed tears of sadness. Was she going to be humiliated again? Zhang Yu walked closer and saw the tears in Cao Dehua's eyes, and couldn't help but be speechless. Are wild Pokémon so fragile? Although I felt sympathy, I did not show any mercy. I reached 2 fingers into Cao Dehua's mouth and tapped it gently. Wow, it was wrapped quite tightly. After some effort, Cao Dehua finally gave up the scorecard and spit it out reluctantly. Picked up the scoreboard, 1 point, as expected. Then he used the power of Evergreen to heal Sapphire's wounds and sprayed a circle of silver spray around it, a smell that Pokémon hates, to prevent other Pokémon from coming over. Done. As expected, the healing effect of the intermediate level of Evergreen's power is many times stronger than the primary level. Not long after, Cao Dehua woke up and felt discomfort in her mouth and smelled a pungent odor around her. Wow wow wow, I'm not clean anymore. In the quiet forest, the cries of an unknown Pokémon that had endured some kind of inhumane torture were heard. Chapter 22. After moving forward for an afternoon, Zhang Yu met some Pokémons, such as the Butterfree, Spearow, and Piku, and also successfully brought the lost child Zocao back home. I have to say that these Pokémons are quite friendly and you can get scorecards without fighting. However, he was ambushed by 2 students. They obviously underestimated Zhang Yu's strength. The burning insects were just small flames and he easily killed them one by one. Zhang Yu's score successfully reached 10 points, and 2 kind-hearted people donated 5 points. It has to be said that there are still many kind-hearted people. The actions of the 2 people obviously opened a door for Zhang Yu. He walked alone for an entire afternoon to get 5 points, but he got 5 points by accidentally meeting 2 enthusiastic classmates. In a harmonious society, students should help each other. Zhang Yu believes that there are still many such helpful students, and hopes to reunite with them as soon as possible and return to the organization. However, Zhang Yu was not in a hurry. There must be many people who share the same idea as him. He would slowly eliminate some of them, and the ones left would naturally be the rich kids. He would then have a friendly exchange with them. His confidence comes from the burning bug, because no one knows how powerful the burning bug is better than him. Moreover, Zhang Yu really enjoyed this relaxing environment, and the surprise of encountering the Pokémon satisfied his desire to collect. To be honest, Zhang Yu somewhat understood the mood of the Pokémon. As an Pokémon that had existed for who knows how long, it would be happy for a while even if it encountered some strange things. Swish! When Zhang Yu came back to his senses, he heard some sound coming from the green leaves high up. Looking up, I saw a dark shadow getting closer and closer. With a bang, it landed steadily on Zhang Yu's face. I gently pushed the creature away from my face and placed it in my palm. A leaf? No, there was a cute little yellow bug wrapped in the leaf. Zhang Yu looked a little confused. This Pokémon seemed familiar. Pokémon, Bug Treasure Bag. Attribute, Cordyceps. Gender female. Features, chlorophyll. Level, 5. Qualification, elite. Moves. The appearance of Bugbo is similar to that of a caterpillar. It is a slender Pokémon with a yellow head, white jaws and neck, green lower body and orange legs. The top of its head is double ball-shaped, its mouth is fan-shaped, and it has a pair of sharp teeth. The back of its head and body are wrapped in clothing made of leaves. Bug bag, hey? Bug bag. Suddenly, Zhang Yu came back to his senses and widened his eyes, looking at the insect treasure bag in front of him in disbelief. Such a coincidence? The burning bug looked at Zhang Yu with a puzzled expression. Do you remember the news I got about you at the Wilderness First Aid Center? Suddenly, the burning bug stared at Zhang Yu with wide eyes and suddenly understood. No way, what a coincidence. I still remember that the patrol captain said that the eggs of the burning insects were obtained from a nanny insect. The final evolution of the bug Baobao is the nanny bug. However, the evergreen forest is so large that there may be multiple colonies of nanny bugs. If I had known this, I should have asked where the nanny bug colonies were last time. I regret not asking for details. Zhang Yu then used the power of Changpan, and a faint green energy wrapped around the insect treasure bag. Kong Bao Bao lay comfortably in Zhang Yu's palm. Woohoo! Kong Bao Bao, do you have a tribe? Zhang Yu asked in the gentlest tone of his life. Clan. Kong Bao Bao was a little confused. Do you have parents? He felt that there was something wrong with asking this, but he didn't know what the problem was. Kong Bao Bao showed an expression that said you were not very polite. Is there a nanny bug living with you? Zhang Yu scratched his face awkwardly. Yes, Kong Bao Bao looked at Zhang Yu as if he was an idiot. Then why are you alone, a bug? How can a bug have such rich expressions? Zhang Yu couldn't help but complain in his heart. Sneaked out after saying this, Kong Bao Bao rolled back and forth proudly. It's not easy to raise this generation of children. I feel sorry for the parents of Kong Bao Bao and Zuzoko. Yes, it's really worrying. How dare you say that? Zhang Yu complained in his heart. Can you take us to find your parents? Kong Bao Bao tilted his neck and looked a little hesitant. Zhang Yu took out a system energy block from his backpack, and the bug bag instantly turned into the shape of loving Zhang Yu. Leave it to me. Ha, if you weren't still drooling, he would have believed it. Put the energy cube next to the mouth of Bug Bao Bao, wait for it to eat it bit by bit, burp, and show a happy expression. Kong Bao Bao looked at the remaining energy cubes and wrapped them with the leaves of his body. Move forward. Following the instructions in the bug bag, Zhang Yu discovered that there were gradually more Pokémon nearby, including Creepybot, Tailstand, Cuckoo, and String Ball. Suddenly, a flying mantis flew over from a distance and looked at Zhang Yu with some hostility. To be honest, Zhang Yu was tempted. It was one of the evolved forms of Scyther, one of the bug-type Pokémon with extremely good resistance, only one quadruple weak fire element, and it could also mega-evolve. It was a Pokémon that Zhang Yu liked very much. After thinking for a while, Zhang Yu gave up. Vulcan Moth and Giant Mantis are both insect-type and can also learn flying-type skills. Their attack areas overlap somewhat, although one has physical attack and the other special attack. If Mantis can learn Steel-type and Fighting-type moves, then I might consider the blue dog of this type. Although Zhang Yu intended to let the Slime Mantis go, the Slime Mantis's actions clearly showed that it did not want to let Zhang Yu go. Zhang Yu was about to give an order when a buzzing sound suddenly came from the distance. I saw a green figure flying quickly towards the Scyther. Could it be another Scyther? Is there a group of Scythers ahead? This is not good news. As Pokémon with a strong sense of territory and strong aggressiveness, if Zhang Yu gets into trouble with them, at least in this area, he will have no peace. Just when Zhang Yu was about to retreat, the arrival of that figure made Zhang Yu give up the idea. Nanny bug? Yes, the Pokémon that arrived was the nanny bug. Ant. Auntie? After hearing what Kong Bao Bao said, Zhang Yu couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Why are the children of my people in your hands? I found this child by accident. After saying that, he put the bug treasure bag on the ground and pushed it towards the nanny bug. He believed that the nanny bug could feel Zhang Yu's kindness. Seeing Zhang Yu's actions, the nanny bug let down its guard slightly and stared at the bug treasure bag, while the Scyther's eyes were always fixed on Zhang Yu. Not until Bug Bao Bao returned safely to his mother did the nanny bug and Scyther breathe a sigh of relief, and the serious atmosphere ended. But the nanny bug did not leave. Instead, it looked at the burning bug with a look that was somewhat puzzled yet somewhat familiar. Sure enough, this nanny bug might be familiar with the burning bug, Zhang Yu thought to himself. Did you pick up an egg with weak vitality before, and that egg was eventually taken away by humans? Zhang Yu asked hurriedly, fearing that the other party would fly away immediately. Such that. The nanny bug looked at the burning bug and gradually understood something. Chapter 23. Thanks to the bug treasure bag and the burning bug, the babysitter bug and Scyther gradually let down their guard. However, it was still difficult for them to completely trust Zhang Yu. Then Zhang Yu took out the insect energy block, and the two Pokémons instantly stared at the energy block in Zhang Yu's hand. Sure enough, for Pokémon, this energy block is an irresistible temptation. After throwing the energy cube to the other party, Zhang Yu immediately said, I have no ill intentions, I just want to inquire about the child's parents. Nanny bug, you can understand that feeling, the helplessness and loneliness of a child who is born without his parents around. As a parenting Pokémon, no Pokémon understands that feeling better than Babybug. If its child is lost, it will always live in pain and self-blame, thinking of its child's helpless eyes, shivering in the dark, and being bullied by other Pokémon. The nanny bug's eyes gradually became sharper, and he nodded heavily, accepting Zhang Yu's kindness. Don't worry, leave it to us. Zhang Yu then followed the baby bug to its territory and discovered that there were more than one baby bug and Scyther here. It turned out that the two populations were living together. It was incredible. Very few Pokémon would coexist in the same territory, which involved issues of population safety and reproduction. After the nanny bug and other companions explained, the other nanny bugs felt the same way and looked at Zhang Yu with a hint of understanding and support. The population of Scyther still has a trace of vigilance. It can only be said that they are indeed natural-born warriors. Zhang Yu also plans to stay overnight at the nanny bug's place tonight. With a free nanny and a natural warrior, is there any place safer than this? After setting up the tent, the nanny bug, who had taught Bug Bao a lesson, came into Zhang Yu's tent. Do you remember where you met the burning bug eggs? Zhang Yu asked hurriedly, and the burning bug also looked at the nanny bug with hope. The nanny bug nodded and thought for a moment. From our tribe, a little deeper, I was picking fruits when I suddenly felt a slight fluctuation in space. Then when I went over, I found a burning insect egg on the ground. I clearly remember that when I came here, I had already inspected the area and did not find any burning insect eggs here, which means that the appearance of this child is related to the spatial fluctuation. Space, Zhang Yu felt such a headache for the first time. First there were two mysterious energies, then their original power, then the energy of the King of Phoenix, and finally it involved space. As far as I can remember, there are only 3 Pokémon that involve space, Dialga, Palkia, and Hoopa. Considering how unreliable these 3 are, it is entirely possible that they would just drop the eggs and walk away. According to what I know from my previous life, these 3 should have no connection with Phoenix, Vulcan Moth, and that person. Even if there is a connection, they are only at the same level of divine beasts. Could there be another unknown relationship here? Yes, they are both divine beasts, so it is impossible that they have no connection at all. Isn't the origin of the burning worm too great? He is the son of the god of creation? If this is true, there is no need for them to actively look for it. They will definitely watch the growth of the burning worms. But there is no reason to throw the burning insects outside and watch them grow. This possibility is not high. Zhang Yu touched his chin and thought carefully. Is there a possibility that it is a skill, such as teleportation? Will teleportation involve space? Zhang Yu has the impression that it is a superpower move, so he is skeptical. But if it is teleportation, there is no need to throw the egg unless there is a reason to throw the egg, such as being pursued by enemies or being affected by other psychic Pokémon. Although Volcano has superpowers, it cannot learn the move of teleportation, which means that it was not Volcano that threw the burning bug, but another Pokémon. If this is the case, then the key point is how to find the Pokémon that can teleport, but this is obviously impossible unless the other party appears on its own initiative. So it suddenly appeared when you were picking fruits. Did you sense any superpowers or fighting nearby? There is not a trace of superpowers, and there is no fighting nearby. The nanny bug answered decisively. It is possible that a very powerful Pokémon moved here instantly from a long distance, but the elite-level babysitter in front of him should not be able to sense it. Although the nanny bug in front of him was only elite level, it was still not something Zhang Yu could deal with at the moment. Have you seen any strange psychic-type Pokémon nearby? Zhang Yu was somewhat looking forward to that Pokémon coming back to look for the incinerator. No, psychic-type Pokémon are rare. If you encounter one, you will definitely remember it. Zhang Yu was a little disappointed when he heard the answer from the nanny bug. Either situation made Zhang Yu feel very difficult, as this was obviously not a level that a rookie trainer could handle. Hey, take a deep breath. No matter what, I have to go to that place first and then make any plans. Can you take me to that place tomorrow? Okay, the fruits on the tree there should be ripe as well. Zhang Yu glanced at the scoreboard on the nanny bug's neck and asked, do you know where this thing came from? The nanny bug looked down at the scoreboard hanging on his chest. This was given to us by some humans. They said someone would come to take it. Are you the person they were talking about? It seems that he really likes the nanny bug more and more. Yes, this is one of the reasons why I came to Evergreen Forest. Okay, I see. There are many people in our tribe and Scyther who have this. If you need it, I can get it for you. Where can you find such a considerate Pokémon? Nanny Bug is so beautiful. It's not impossible for him to look at Nanny Bug. Thank you so much. Zhang Yu put down his backpack, took out a box of energy cubes and handed it to the Nanny Bug. Thank you for helping burn the bugs at that time. Seeing that the baby bug accepted it so naturally, Zhang Yu couldn't help but sigh. This is probably why he likes Pokémon, its straightforward approach. Zhang Yu was bored and didn't know what to do. He just clicked on the system randomly. When he clicked on the achievement function, he suddenly sat up straight. Hey, when was this achievement achieved? Achievement: Encounter Pokémon. Achievement conditions: Meet 50 Pokémon. Achievement reward: 50W system coins. How much? Zhang Yu rubbed his eyes in disbelief, unable to believe that the system was so generous. 50. I still remember that I used 4 yuan to exchange 2 skills in the system, but they cost 120 million yuan in reality. That is to say, 50 system coins are equal to 1,500 alliance coins. Wow, he didn't expect happiness to come so suddenly, leaving him completely unprepared. Zhang Yu rubbed his hands. He had never been so wealthy in his life. Chapter 24. Sure enough, shopping makes people happy. After walking around the store for a long time, Zhang Yu finally chose 3 skills. Hold on to 40W and protect the Pokémon from 1 injury. Many Pokémon can learn this skill. You must buy the magical skill. Last time I saw it in the mall, it was out of stock. Jet Flame costs 5W. The sparks of the incinerator are already so strong. I can't imagine how much stronger it would be to use Jet Flame. Although the incinerator can perform Fire Dance, the use of Fire Dance requires wings. The ultimate absorbs 4W, a grass-type special attack skill that increases the attack surface while improving endurance, mainly to restrain rock and water types. I used the remaining 1 yuan to buy energy cubes, with more insect-type energy cubes. These are exactly 50 yuan. As for why I have to spend it all, it's because there is a 50% off coupon, which means that the 15 yuan items only cost yuan. As for the remaining 35, Zhang Yu plans to make plans after he gets his second Pokémon, just in case. Burnworm, start training. The next morning, the Nanny Bug and the Flying Mantis came to Zhang Yu's tent. Seeing the Nanny Bug coming in with a bunch of scorecards, Zhang Yu's brain froze slightly. Zhang Yu did not expect that the 2 tribes, the Nanny Bug and the Scyther, would have so many scorecards. These are the brands we collected. Why do you have so many cards? I rarely saw Pokémon have scorecards before I came here. Zhang Yu was a little curious. There are also scoreboards from other nearby tribes. We have a good relationship, and they are useless, so they all gave them to me. Zhang Yu secretly clicked his tongue. He didn't expect that this Nanny Bug was actually a famous socialite in the neighborhood. No wonder she made him so comfortable. Zhang Yu suddenly had the idea of catching a Nanny Bug. In Zhang Yu's plan, he really needed a Nanny Bug to take care of the young Pokémon, but now was not the time. So awesome! When Zhang Yu, the Burning Bug and the Nanny Bug appeared again, they had arrived at the place where the Nanny Bug had met the Burning Bug. Zhang Yu looked around at the dull environment, which was no different from the outskirts of evergreen forest. 1 person and 2 pets were searching for something nearby, but they found nothing. It seems that he will return empty-handed this time too. Zhang Yu couldn't help but think on the spot. Seeing this, the Burning Bug and the Nanny Bug did not disturb Zhang Yu, but continued to look around for clues. For some reason, Zhang Yu always felt that he had missed something. If the second guess was correct, then the other party could not possibly not care about the Burning Bugs, unless everything was developing in the worst direction. If the other party cannot take the initiative to contact the Burning Bug, he must be in trouble. So is it waiting for the Burning Bug to contact the other party? But how does the Burning Bug contact the other party? Suddenly, Zhang Yu had a flash of inspiration in his mind, as if he had grasped something, but it seemed that he was still a little short of it. Contact, is there any special way for both parties to contact each other? Contact, special. Suddenly, Zhang Yu remembered the emeralds he played in his previous life. Didn't the Water Fleet and the Magma Team awaken Kyogre and Groudon through the special energy in the red and blue orbs? If we follow this logic, there should also be energy in the burning insects that resonates with each other. The special thing about the burning worm is, those 2 energies may be their original energies. You can give it a try. Burn worm, try surrounding yourself with your own energy. Shock. The burning bug thought it was discovered for being lazy. Afterwards, we tried it according to Zhang Yu's instructions and found nothing abnormal. There was no response. Zhang Yu touched his chin. As expected, the orb was able to awaken Kyugra and Groudon because those two are legendary beasts with authority contained within their energy. But the burning worm is obviously not a beast god, and its energy is not special. Then this is the only possibility left. Burn the bug, call upon the two energies in your body. In the previous training, the burning insects have been constantly absorbing these two energies and integrating them into their bodies. Although it is only a small part, it can still use a small amount of energy. I saw that it was different from the previous energy, ancient, vicissitudes, and heavy, as if it had gone through countless centuries of precipitation and accumulation. Its body exuded a faint golden light, like a star about to fall, emitting its last light. This force surged like a wave, sweeping across the entire forest in an instant. Trees, flowers, and vines all seemed to become fragile in the face of this force. They trembled slightly, as if they were bowing their heads to this force. The creatures that inhabited the forest also stopped their movements at this moment, their eyes filled with fear and awe, as if at this moment, they felt the fragility and powerlessness of life. The forest was completely silent. There was no sound of wind, no chirping of insects, no singing of birds, and even the air seemed to have frozen. This silence made people feel depressed, as if the whole world had fallen into silence at this moment. In this silence, the light on the burning insect became more and more dazzling, as if it had become the center of the world, attracting everyone's attention. In front of this ancient, vicissitudes, and heavy power, all creatures seemed to be frozen in this moment. They stopped breathing, stopped thinking, and just quietly felt the existence of this power. Under the influence of this power, the entire forest seemed to become more mysterious and profound. After this situation continued for a while, the energy in the burning insect slowly disappeared. The whole forest was full of life again, as if thanking this great being for giving them the chance to live. No response? Zhang Yu couldn't help but frown even deeper. This energy didn't react. Could it be that he guessed wrong? Or is there something more special than this energy? Impossible, this is definitely the most special energy in the world. The authority of the divine beast is unique, and as a symbol of its authority, its energy is also absolutely unique. That's right, the energy of the legendary beasts must be unique, just like the fire energy of the Ho-Oh that resurrected the three sacred beasts. Three sacred beasts. Suddenly, Zhang Yu's eyes became brighter bit by bit, like a gradually burning candle. Yes, the three sacred beasts all have the energy of the Ho-Oh, but how does the Ho-Oh distinguish between the three sacred beasts or between the three sacred beasts and their groups? The difference between the three holy beasts and the three holy beasts clan is that the three holy beasts possess the energy of the Phoenix King. The Ho-Oh distinguishes the three sacred beasts through the unique energies in their bodies and the energy of the Ho-Oh. The power of Emperor Yan. The power of Thunder God. The power of Suicune. At this moment, Zhang Yu woke up as if from a dream and barely understood the special meaning. Burn bug, combine the original energy in your body with those two special energies. What is unique is never the energy, but the special individual who possesses this energy. Click. Click. A mirror-like space crack quietly appeared, stretching across Zhang Yu. This is a secret space, Zhang Yu murmured. Chapter 25. Looking at the space crack in front of him, Zhang Yu did not enter immediately. After thinking for a moment, he put the burning insect back into the advanced ball. Since the other party sent out the burning worm, there must be something that is unfavorable to the burning worm, otherwise there would be no need to send it out. But Zhang Yu was a little hesitant. For him, who only had one Pokémon, it would be very dangerous for him to rashly enter an unknown space crack. At this time Zhang Yu couldn't help but sigh, it would be great if he had a second Pokémon, at least he wouldn't be so passive. It seems that capturing the second Pokémon must be put on the agenda. The most sensible decision is to leave. Knowing how to open the space crack, it is a better option to enter again when you are ready next time. However, the space crack seemed to be getting impatient, and suddenly a force came from the space crack, sucking in Zhang Yu and the nanny bug who were caught off guard. Soon after, the space cracks gradually disappeared, as if nothing had happened, and the forest was still full of vitality. A hole suddenly appeared somewhere in space, and it spit out Zhang Yu and the nanny bug with disgust, and then disappeared. The nanny bug landed safely thanks to its good skills. Zhang Yu had an intimate contact with the ground without any preparation. Pooh, pooh, Who he really wanted to give a bad review. Zhang Yu, who had fallen to the ground, slowly stood up, shook his dizzy head, raised his head, and looked around blankly. The ruins, broken bricks, and collapsed buildings are in a state of desolation. Only the occasional dust and weeds on the ruins tell of the city's former glory. There is hardly any trace of life in the ruins. Occasionally, you can see some scattered items, such as broken toys, scattered books, and charred furniture, which seem to tell the prosperity and warmth of the city. This, looking at the surrounding scene, Zhang Yu and the nanny bug seemed to be infected by the desolation and loneliness here, and they stood there in a daze for a while. Zhang Yu carefully walked out of the ruins and came to the wide road full of debris and cracks. The man and the insect kept looking at the houses on both sides. Although these houses are somewhat dilapidated and no longer what they used to be, you can still vaguely see Vulcan Moth patterns engraved on some of the houses, and even Vulcan Moth or burning insect dolls. Zhang Yu was a little confused. It seemed that the people here were at least not completely ignorant of the Vulcan Moth, or they had some special feelings for it. Zhang Yu decided to further explore this mysterious place and learn more about the Vulcan Moth and its history and culture. Perhaps he could find some valuable clues and inspirations in these houses. Since the upgrade of Changpan's power, Zhang Yu has gained the ability to sense the vitality around him, but here, there is not a trace of life. On the contrary, there will be an uncomfortable feeling, a feeling that... Suddenly, a gust of wind blew the already tattered doll to the ground. The moment he saw the doll, Zhang Yu finally understood where this discomfort came from. Pokémon, Shadow Doll. Attribute, Ghost. Gender female. Features, Perception. Level, 20, Beginner Ordinary Level. Qualification, Professional Level. Moves. Ghostly Pokémon. This is a puppet Pokémon that pretends to be a doll. It feeds on resentment. It is rumored that many ghost Pokémon are born from the resentment after death. An ordinary level ghost doll can appear openly in a human city. It seems that this city must have fallen completely. Babysitter, you can only rely on the two of us now. If a fight breaks out, please follow my instructions. It is good. The power of Evergreen on Zhang Yu carries the aura of the Evergreen Forest. The good impression of Zhang Yu, as well as the fact that he is a trainer who can find parents for Pokémon, made the babysitter bug choose to believe in Zhang Yu's decision without hesitation. After hearing the answer from the nanny bug, he could finally feel relieved. For him now, the nanny bug was his only support. Fortunately, the nanny bug came in, otherwise he would not know what to do, Zhang Yu thought with some relief. Pokémon, Babysitter. Attribute, Cordyceps. Gender female. Features, Chlorophyll. Level, 36, Elite. Qualification, Professional Level. Moves. The Shadow Doll did not attack, and Zhang Yu did not take the initiative to attack. Everything here was unknown, and a rash attack might attract other Pokémon. Just as Zhang Yu was about to take a detour, the resentful Shadow Doll saw its prey trying to escape and decisively launched an attack. Zhang Yu, who was always keeping an eye on the resentful Shadow Doll, knew what it was going to do when it stood up, so he quickly gave the order. Nanny Bug, Leaf Blade. The level gap between the two was too big, and the Shadow Doll was killed instantly by the Nanny Bug. Zhang Yu took out the Pokeball and captured it, intending to sell it on the black market in exchange for other resources. Many resources that are banned from sale by the Alliance can be purchased on the black market, including some rare skills or Pokémon. Given the unstable source of system coins, this is the only way Zhang Yu can think of to obtain a large amount of Alliance coins. Even with my mother's financial support, I'm still a little short of money. Besides, I'm a man, I can't always rely on my mother, right? It's okay if there are only one or two of them, but once the team has more members and there is not enough money, some trade-offs will definitely have to be made in resource allocation. Once this happens, it is not only detrimental to the unity and growth of members, but it is also particularly likely to drag down the team. Although Zhang Yu likes Pokémon, he cares more about his own Pokémon that are related to him, rather than being a saintly trainer. It is unrealistic to dream of saving Pokémon in dire straits, and he is just an ordinary high school student and does not have the ability to do so. At the same time, Zhang Yu also wanted to know whether there was such a legendary organization in this world. If not. Seeing Zhang Yu in a daze, the nanny bug waved its knife-like arm in front of Zhang Yu. Feeling a silver light flashing before his eyes, Zhang Yu came back to his senses. Now was not the time to think about those things. The most important thing was how to survive in the secret realm. As the resentful shadow doll left, Zhang Yu did not take a detour, but carefully used the system to scan the road ahead. Ghost-type Pokémon are elusive and may attack from the shadows or suddenly appear behind you to attack, so he has to be careful, especially when the ghost type has double insect resistance. The journey was safe and sound. At the end of the avenue was a square. Looking at this square, one could clearly feel the power of time and the ancient and vicissitudes of life atmosphere. Coming to the center of the square, he saw some ancient characters. With the explanation of the system, Zhang Yu finally knew where this place was. Azoth Royal City Square. Azoth, if I remember correctly, this is a country? However, Zhang Yu did not understand the plot of the Kingdom of Azoth. He only vaguely remembered that someone wanted to destroy the country but was eventually stopped. The city looked like it had been successfully destroyed. But what does this have to do with the burning bug? Did the burning bug's parents also participate in this war? Or were they the losers and had to send the burning bug away?